Right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a game called Seraphina in episode 2. Gosh, it's not a one shot. I never claimed it was a one shot. It's a game of Dungeons and Dragons 5e that I get to play with my friends, and these are all my friends.
Hi.
So where we left off, the group came together in the town of Silverfern. You all met through one form or another at the Silverfern Inn, and you all ended up being in one form or another, whether it was coerced, whether it was out of good nature, whether it was out of some other motive, joined the town guard due to the strongest members of the guard and the guard leader himself, Corbin Crestfall, were sent off into the forests of Silverfern in pursuit of bandits who had recently attacked the town and murdered one of its council members, Garrick Talor, leaving the town vulnerable to petty crime, citizenry disputes, and potentially further attacks. It meant that they needed to recruit more people into the town guard, hence where you all stepped in. First day on the job, you dealt with a lot of little disputes, from noise complaints to graffiti to break-ins at the mill to children being chased throughout the marketplace, to finding the, I don't want to say murder weapon, the tool used in the crime of the graffiti, sorting out some drunken behaviour. Yeah, you've done a few little bits across the town in the last 24 hours, well, even less than that. You left off having just visited Doran the silversmith, who asked you all to attend after the urn that was being made for Garrick Taylor's ashes had been stolen. And he managed to find this actually wedged in what seemed to be a broken off panel in the very shop that it was stolen from. And it seemed to have the residue of what had been used for the graffiti, and been placed back in there. Doran thanked you for finding it, and took it back. And it seemed that Teely even, Doran's cockatiel had something to do with its initial theft, as she didn't seem to alert him to whoever the trespasser was that stole it when they came through the door. So you took Teely with you, and you have absconded from the shop with Teely floating on a mage hand, as she is a rather disabled bird that doesn't appear to be able to fly, has crooked vision, seems rather old, and with a rather vulgar vocabulary, which she probably picked up from Doran himself. It's coming to the end of the day. You've been prompted to return back to the barracks for evening postings before the beginning of the festivities begin on the first night of the End of Harvest Festival. Is there anything we want to do on our way back to the barracks or before we return?
Cat.
Yes.
I don't want to put any words, but wasn't Nizoom doing a stakeout?
The idea of a stakeout was prompted, yes. The idea of potentially doing that this evening had been floated, yes. But whether we've decided to do that yet or not, I don't think has been agreed. But
It has been because I think Nesm used his special ability to not
yeah,
sleep
he's
tonight.
got an aspect of the moon, I believe, so he isn't required to sleep. So if a stakeout does take place as the night goes on, then that would be incredibly useful. But but I will leave that in the hands of yourselves as we continue. But anything before we return to the barracks for this evening's postings, folks? Yes, Pete. Oh, Zoom.
Nazum was really wondering if we should speak to Gedry. He's always in the market.
Yes, you mentioned that last session. Maybe Gedry can give you a little bit of insight into the political intrigue and the pulse of the citizenry on what they think of those in charge.
I was
Sorry, I've just noticed there's a little cat tail.
I can see it, like hanging out the bottom of the gun. It's great.
Just flicking away. He's looking out at the garden.
So yeah, if I can make my way to that market square area, where previously I'd been handling Gedry's plums.
Yes.
And I will approach him and
Right. So yes, Gedry is in the market. So the marketplace, you come back to the marketplace, and it's currently being absolutely transformed. There is bunting everywhere. The stalls are starting to be laid out with platters and platters of food and bounty. You can see stalls being set up with all sorts of party games. It's not quite in its fruition yet. It's not quite ready, but you can see that hype is building up. Everybody is getting ready for a big party this evening, and over by one of the smaller fruit stands, you see an older grey man. Well, I said grey; it's actually almost white, where he's got a little bit of hair on the side, but mostly bald on top, and it's thinned at the back. A little bit crooked, long nose. If it wasn't for the fact that he was rather taller than a gnome, his features look gnomish, but he's distinctly human, but just with gnomish features.
Oh, so like Ray.
Josh.
And he's there tending to his plums, just giving them a nice rub, making sure they're all right and none of them are bruised.
yeah, there'll be a moment where like some bunting gets raised up, and it's like across the way, and it kind of moves up in front of Nizum's face, and there's a moment where it like scratches at like one of the flags, and then kind of watches it like as it goes up. Like this kind of marvel is quite, everything that's happening is quite marvelous.
Oh, it's all just
to Nizum. Like
it's like seeing everything for the first time kind of thing.
It's the color, like so much color and movement and life. It's you can see like Nizim's eyes are like bugging round, like staring at everything, and then it kind of shakes himself. His ears go flat a little bit, and then I would sort of make a beeline for Gedry. Hello, Gedry.
Hello. Oh, hello, my fairy friend. Thank you for collecting up my plums earlier. I really do appreciate that. My back isn't what it used to be.
Ah.
What can I do for you?
Nizum is wondering
whether you would like another plum. Yes, certainly. Here you go.
Ah, thank you. Oh, no. Not just about Gedry's delicious plums, which I gobbled down last one.
Oh, well, there you go. There's another. If you'd like more, just let me know. Here, I've got plenty. Been a very good year.
I take a couple and I put them into like a pocket or a pouch. And so, Miss Gedry.
Yes.
Does Gedry know why person would write foul words on the wall about new Mayor Vela?
Oh, you're talking about... Oh, yes, well, yes, you must be talking about Deputy Councillor Vela. Yes, she's, well, what can we say? She's young, probably not as experienced as some of the other council members, but obviously she was being groomed, for a better word, by Garrett to be his predecessor, to be his next in line. to move into his position. However, with his untimely passing, Lunara and Solara, bless him, it has meant her ascension to his role much quicker than most would have anticipated, and as far as some would deem practical. Some think maybe she is not ready for such a role. Some have said that maybe it wasn't the wisest decision to send all the guard after the criminals that raided our town, leaving us vulnerable. But it was also her decision to bring in you, so it's worked out so far.
It's worked out for your plums.
It certainly did. Can't see Corbin being very fussed with my plums if he'd have been here.
When you say there is some who is some who?
Some of the citizens, some of the people.
Which
I know
some?
Doran's not a particular favourite of hers, and it's returned. She's not a big favourite of his. Look, Garrick was essentially Alistair's right-hand man. He was her closest advisor. And with him gone, while Alistair is a proficient leader and very headstrong, Alistair, the town chairman, leader of the council, Alistair Cladd.
So Doran was Alistair's chief advisor.
No.
No.
Alistair Cladd is the head of the council.
Yes.
Garrick, goddesses rest him, was the deputy.
Yes, sorry.
Garrick was murdered.
Yeah.
Leaving Vela in his place as his trainee, as it were.
And alone.
Yes. And then, well, after his murder, she obviously stepped into his role, and some are questioning whether she is qualified for it. Doran is one of those outspoken persons that is questioning her.
How died Garrick?
Well, he was killed.
How died Garrick?
Well, I assume, I don't know the particulars, they took away the body rather quickly. But when those thieves and ruffians came in and took handfuls of our beloved silver ferns away, Garrick was there to attempt to stop them. He was visiting the local chapel, speaking to Elra even. Gosh. Elra. Elda's sister. She runs the chapel to Solara. Either way, he encountered these ruffians and they struck him down where he stood.
Sound brave?
He was very brave. He was a good man. Wise politically for Alistair, who could be hard-headed, but he was also strong. He was a good man. He was a capable fighter. It took more than one of them to take him down. I assure you that if they'd been on their own, Garrick would certainly still be with us today.
You respect him?
I what?
Respect him?
I respect, yes. A great deal of the town respected Garrick. Still do.
You respect Vela?
I think Vela has not been given the opportunity to earn our respect yet. And there are those that are jumping on her rather quickly out of anger of our situation rather than anger out of her actions. It is easy to jump on someone who has not had time yet to prove themselves. She may be young, but that does not necessarily mean she is incapable.
That's
Yes.
like us. We're young and like new to the job.
Well,
Yes.
Except for me, I think you've known me for quite some time now.
Well,
6
outside of
years.
yourself, Luck. Sorry, I didn't realise all of you here. Outside of
I
yourself, outside of
thought
yourself,
it
Luck,
was just
beggars can't
Nizum too.
really be choosers at the
No.
moment.
People can
Hello
choose
and
to.
Vela have taken it upon themselves to gather people to our cause, and sadly, not many responded. Many of the youth here in the citizenry stepped up, but they're not exactly stalwart figures of diligence.
I've spect.
Exactly. Well, you've come in day one, and look at you. I hear you've been very busy picking up my plums, chasing after those hooligans earlier.
My bag's at flour.
Bags of flour.
My bag's out of flour.
The markings.
Oh, did they steal it from the mill, did they? Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
they did.
Actually, it was a. I don't want to make assumptions, but it was either a small folk or a child, because of where they stole it from. It was quite low down.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. You seem to be more proficient in these things than I am, but all I can
you.
say is that I think there are those that are up for Vela being in office, and then there are those against. But
Teely,
time
what's your
will
opinion
tell
on
whether
plums?
she can honor the office.
No, yeah. So the bird will float over towards you as you address it, Cass, on the mage hand.
I just hand him one of the plums. What is your opinion on plums?
Grabs it, the whole thing, and it's kind of stuck on the end of her beak, and she's there like, ah.
Oh dear.
Eyes just twitching on the side.
I just hold on to it so it's easier for them to eat it.
She starts
There you
clumping
go.
away at bits of it. It's still
Come on,
stuck
there's a
on the
dexterity
beak.
saving throw needed there not to get bit, isn't there?
It's so wedged, like it doesn't matter because the sharpest bit of her beak is embedded in the plum, so you'd just be getting pecked at with a plum. So at the moment, you're safe.
Actually, that's
You've
a
stuck
very good
a
idea.
cork on the end of her beak. Instead, it's a plum, so you're
Yeah.
okay. Now.
I had that idea. Just hang on, let's get a cork.
I
That's
will
biting.
say thank you and sort of end that conversation. If we want to move back to the barracks, folks, that's cool with me.
See you later. Have a good evening. Enjoy the festivities if you're around.
Yes.
I'll
I-
try.
Don't know about the economy of your world.
Right.
How much would a plum cost?
A copper.
I would like to just put a copper on the desk, on the table, and as we walk away.
Oh, thank you, young man. Thank you. So, are we
Right.
heading off back to the barracks to report in?
To the
Yeah.
barracks to kind of maybe like return our information.
Yep. So, you make your way back towards the barracks. Liam is there. He is pacing up and down. There's recruits pouring in all over. A lot of them again, as mentioned before, the younger members of society that have kind of stepped up. A lot of them whose parents have probably said, like, it's time you went out and got a real job and brought some money home, and so they've gone and joined the guard to stand outside, I don't know, a shop all day on post and get paid to do it. So you all return back to the barracks, and Liam sees you approaching, and he comes up to you and he goes, "Oh, how'd your day go? I've heard a lot already that you've been busy. Well done. Cleaned out the graffiti there, I see. That saved a lot of time. Find out how did it in the end, or
We're getting to it.
oh, okay. Investigation
How
in
much
progress, I see. Yeah,
how
I hear that
much
a lot.
time do you have?
I mean,
Because you seem busy.
well, I mean, I'm okay now. That's why I'm here, right? For you to report back to me, and then I speak to Mara. Mara's going to do all the postings for this evening. I think Council Leader Alistair Cladd is going to come down. I think he wants to welcome all the new recruits yourselves, and thank you for your work today. There's been a lot of bustle around the town about your appearance.
You don't mind if I take point as I look at the rest of the group?
Take points.
Okay. Be the one who talks.
Oh, yes.
We first went to see the graffiti that you mentioned. Nezum here apparently trains locusts. They fixed it.
Oh, well, that was clever. What happened to the locusts afterwards?
Oh, well, free. Back to nature.
When we have a market full of food this evening?
Trained locusts. No food.
Turned off into the distant sunset horizon.
Okay. It seems a little bit of trepidation there on the fact that you just unleashed. But okay, he's going with it. He's going with it.
Adventures
We
anew.
went to the mill. The paint that was the graffiti was made out of flour and water paste.
Oh, that's rather basic.
I
I suppose
know.
anybody could access that, though. Everybody has flour at home.
It was stolen from the mill. There was a
Oh, I
break-in.
see. Right. Any clues there?
Somebody had broken the lock with a padlock with a crowbar. I've seen it done before.
All
Nick
right.
Knack fixed the lock, and somebody who's, well, he just goes, shorter fellow?
That should narrow it down.
Cut the bags, because they couldn't get the ones from the top because they were a shorter fellow, so they just cut the bags.
You don't think the children had anything to do with it, do you? They were hanging around watching everything
We're
earlier.
not sure. It was either a child or a small folk.
Well, you know what they say, like criminals always return to the scene of the crime. The kids were there watching. Maybe they just thought it was a bit fun to make a mess and watch everybody clean it up.
A lot of the things that were said about the mayor, I'm not sure if kids know them all.
Well, while I wish that was the case, surprisingly, children know a lot of words that I don't even know about.
Okay.
It's like they have their own language. Every
Then,
generation, they just seem to. Anyway,
then we went to Dorin because Luck wanted to see them, and he had an urn stolen. I think it was
Barracks,
Garrick's. I'm not
I didn't
entirely
wanted
sure.
to see them. They requested us to come.
well, yeah, he made a report and we forwarded that on. And
The silver urn was stolen, and in fact, when we investigated a bit further, was not so stolen. In fact,
well, what do you mean not so
It was hidden
stolen?
in his shop,
hidden, and it has been used actually to made the
and it was
quote
full of a
unquote
flour
paint.
water paste.
So you found evidence at Dorin's for the graffiti. Did you arrest him?
And
Or
no,
Point
I
is, I
wanted
know
to talk
Doran.
to you guys first, and she knows Dorin. But
I do
apparently
not
Dorin really doesn't
think
like the new mayor.
Doran would be stupid enough to do that, especially not one to his creation. You know how he gets.
yeah, but I mean, he's been quite vocal about how he doesn't really trust Vela and power.
He
And
doesn't trust her, yes, but he's not
And he
dumb
kicked
enough.
out the bird. So now we have a
Yes.
homeless bird.
The
What,
bird
Teely?
may or may not have something to do with the stealing.
I'm sorry, you're saying the bird did it.
No,
No,
what I'm
somebody
saying,
bribed the bird
they-
so it wouldn't shout
Yeah.
for the breaking because Dorin never blocks his blasted door.
So what you're saying, Teely let somebody come in, steal the urn, and do
Yeah,
that,
without
and then
making
they
a damn
came in,
sound.
put it back, and Teely just let that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
I'm
So
as
somebody Teely likes.
skeptical as you are.
I think Doran did it, but she doesn't.
I
Well-
think there's something else to it.
Maybe we keep a close eye on Doran this evening. Although he's been working pretty hard and he keeps going on about how he can't wait to hit the beer tent. So I'm not.
Liam,
Yes.
I can
Lizzie?
try, but must repay kindness, Liam.
Yeah, you're all going to get paid.
No. Your kindness to me.
Oh, as in,
Hand,
oh,
hand,
yeah.
plum.
Oh, thank you, Nizam.
Hmm?
I will.
One of
cherish it.
Gedry's.
He made friends with Gedry.
Well, Gedry does have the plum orchard, so that would make sense. He's
So
always made-
juicy.
Yes, his wife, God rest her, always used to make a really wonderful plum gin. Sadly, since her passing so many years back, they don't make it anymore. She took the
Oh, what
recipe
plum
to the
gin.
grave with her. But yes, anyway, thank you.
Is Alaire here tonight?
Sorry?
Alaire, is she here?
Yes, Alaire will be at the opening of the festival with Alistair. Alistair's actually due here pretty soon.
Oh, dear God.
So he just wants to say thank you and welcome you all to the town. I mean, you already know him, but he just wants to welcome all the new recruits.
That's on my nerves.
He can be a bit hard-headed, I know, but he means well.
Alaire and I are basically begging for changes when I arrived.
Look, it's hard to teach an old dog tricks. Don't tell him I said that, please. But, look, after you got in his good books, look how much progress you've made.
He'd
Right.
rather kill himself than admit that I did any kind of good.
Look,
I'm sure.
Alistair is very proud on Silverfern doing the best for Silverfern, and that outsiders, while welcome, aren't the cause of its prosperity. Okay? He's very like that.
6 years. 6 bloody years.
All right, well, when it's 60, maybe he'll thank you.
How old is he?
I don't know, he's about 60.
Alistair's human, yes?
Yes.
So before he will consider Luck a member of the town, he'll be in the grave by about 20 years.
Yeah, probably. But at that point, at least you don't have to deal with him.
True.
You know,
That is a
like,
good point with having an argument with old people.
At
You can
that
always
point,
just
Taylor
wait.
will be in charge, and then
Like I said, it's always good to have. It's one of the best parts of an argument with old people. You can always just wait.
I just want to drink with my friend.
well, there's the night watches to go through first. Anyway, so yes, anyway, if you want to just go and gather over with the rest of the recruits, Alistair's going to come. He'll just say his few words, and then he's going to head off, and then essentially, Mara will give assignments. Oh, there's a vigil tonight for Garrick. It's going to be held in the Grove before we open up the market and the festival. We're going to do a little vigil for Garrick and just a bit of a goodbye before everybody starts getting drunk and partying and things like that. I think it's probably the right thing to do. Baylor's organising it. But Alistair's going to do a little speech over by the festival square first, to get everybody to go over there. So, yeah, see, he's not all bad. Cares about Garrick. Garrick was one of his closest friends and advisors.
I will go to.
Stubborn old goat.
Wow.
I would like to find Knick-Knack. Let's see. Knick-Knack. Should follow maybe now with follow Doran. Right now,
If you want.
or wait for night watch duties.
I don't know. I've not been a guard before, so I don't know if they get in trouble.
My thought would be while everyone's at the vigil. If they were going to cause anything, it'd be during then, when everyone's distracted.
Okay. Liam,
Yeah? What's going on?
we'll make Mara more. No, sorry, not Mara. Oh yeah, we'll make Mara more bad mood if Nezum not here for Alistair.
Probably not. I don't think Mara even knows your name yet, but at that moment, Mara wanders over.
Like
She's just like-
like I pull my hood up a little bit more.
Oh,
Liam, what are you
notice
doing?
that.
We haven't got time for this. I mean, well, I say we haven't got time for this. Alice just sent word he's not coming anymore. He's just going straight to the festival square, and he's going to announce to the people about the vigil there. So we need to do posts now. Go to the festival square, and then go to the vigil. Okay, we need to be quick. We need to hurry up about this. We're running out of time. Okay, all right. So I'm sorry, Mara. All right. So what's going on? What do you want to do? Right. So hi everyone. I don't believe I've met all of you. Luck, I know you. Hi. Edry told me you went round earlier. Why was that?
Sorry, can you repeat that, Luke?
Medri said you went round earlier. Why? What was going on?
Stuff happened.
Stuff? What do you mean stuff? What has he been getting up to?
Your neighbor needed a cup of tea and a word. She was sad. I spoke. Happy.
She's so annoying. Tell you what, she knows I sleep during the day, but she insists, she absolutely insists that she has to sing while she bakes. Anyway, right, so this evening, I thought it would be best if, because it's your first official day here, and while hell, it's the market, I thought maybe you would enjoy being posted at the market, at the festival. It's more of a casual posting. You can take part in things, but just no drinking. All right, you enjoy what's going on. It'd be a nice way for you to introduce yourselves to the citizenry, for people to get to know you, that you're here to protect them. But just no drinking, please. I need you to have your eyes open just in case you're needed. Most years, it's essentially just making sure that the drunks go home at the end of the night.
Huh.
And if anybody starts fighting over who won the coin toss.
Good times.
I'll take a couple of the young uns and we'll just guard the grove overnight after the vigil. And we'll have a couple of the young uns also posted around the council hall as well. But I feel like most of the partying will just take people back to the inn and back to their homes at the end of the night. So I don't foresee many problems. However, tomorrow night, you have to do the Grove Watch and I get to enjoy the marketplace. Does that sound fair?
Always fair to me.
Was paid.
Okay.
You
What's
tell
paid?
us.
Yeah, of course you get paid. I'm just trying to make sure that the postings are fair. I post everyone at the Grove every night. They'll be
I
missing out on
think-
the market and I'll get it in the neck, in the ear all the time.
I think the
Why
Zoom is
Liam gives me the postings job now. It's everybody always asking for this, asking for that. I can't remember everything, all right?
You're
Whose
doing your
birthday's
best,
when?
darling. You know that. You're doing your
God.
best.
Anyway,
I think Nezum literally only just realised we're getting paid.
No, someone told us that earlier.
you'll get paid at the end of the week.
No, but like, He doesn't seem to understand money.
You will receive coin for your services to the town weekly. 2 gold a day. Right. So
Have you
yes,
had
you
any
do the
word
market
from-
tonight. I'll do the grove tonight. Tomorrow we'll switch. And I'll tell you what, on the third night, let's have a bit of fun with this, why don't we?
Mm.
One of the stalls has a ring toss.
Oh dear.
Right. Whoever has the highest score gets to choose who gets what post on the third night. Sound fair?
You know I'm shit at this.
Get one of them to do it. They look.
You said no
like-
drinking, but does that mean no gambling?
You can gamble your
Yeah,
money if you
gambling
want
are too
to, but I'm
different.
not gonna let you drink on shift.
I know, no drinking.
Right. Anyway,
What I'm dealing
get
with.
to the market square. Alistair's gonna do his little speech to everyone, and then back to the grove for the vigil, and then back to the square for the rest of the night. Everybody clear?
Hi, hi.
Right.
Nazum is solid.
What?
Leave it. It's fine.
He's not clear.
She's asking if
Duck,
He's
it's
not
okay.
that
clear.
one is on you. All right? I'm not taking responsibility for that one. This is
Marla,
all on
Do you see
you.
what I'm dealing with?
Marla, he's saying he's not clear. He's solid.
Technically, it's opaque.
Oh, I see. You're solid. Okay. Well done. Is this some kind of joke? Just get out of my sight. Go to the market square. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Joe, come on. Off you go.
I think it's a joke to Pete. I think Nezum genuinely hasn't got a clue.
Oh yeah, obviously. Colloquialism's up over his head.
I mean, he's so small. Obviously.
I like how that can be a joke for Pete too.
Out of interest, Pete, how tall is Nizum?
I think 3 feet I put him as.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
baby.
like halfling sized.
So you're taller than me. I'm 2'8".
Oh, by a whole
God.
I think it's just the ears that go up the extra. If you measure by my little rat ears.
This is
I
such a
need
weird
to get you right here.
I like the fact that Nezum's like 2'1.5", but he's got massive ears.
Yeah.
I just love the fact that there's like this 6-7 foot Asimar lady wandering around with
Bossing us around.
literally like 2 fucking less than 3 foot high things. And then how tall is Cass?
Average
Yes.
human.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, 5 foot something. Yeah, it's like this kind of like.
There's a
duh,
real
duh.
disparity going
It's
on.
like duh,
Yeah, boom,
duh, bob, bob.
boom.
Right now, I really feel like Rook. Because Rook was a tall motherfucker.
Yeah, piggybacks on travel, I see.
It's like you combined
Um,
Rook and Arden, so you're a tall boy and trying to get everyone to focus.
Anyway,
So as we
Um,
go, I will just sort of hint to them. Nazum will go and friend, Dorian. Watch him, monsieur. Hmm?
I have a thought on that.
Tell
And well, I need to do something first. So I'd like to spend like I don't know how long these minor thingies take.
Jack will know. What are you doing,
The minor tinkering
Jack?
An action.
as an action. Basically, I'd like to pick up 2 pebbles, and I'd like to have one that will glow blue and one that will glow red when you touch it. And
you're giving
so they
yourself
do just a little 5-foot glow of light. Yeah.
that.
And then what I want to do
Yeah.
is I want to give them to Lynx, my little homunculus, because I can't communicate magically with him. But he can fly up in the sky and go boop, 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 and flash through the red.
I'm over here.
I'm all up for it. I'm up for it. Absolutely.
You're basically making like a police helicopter homunculus.
So
I
I
love
can
Police
set
drone.
Lynx to watch him, and he can just fly around. And then when the big blue and red lights flash in the sky, we know that there's something wrong and he's underneath.
Absolutely brilliant. Lovely.
Did you just invent the bat signal?
What's the passive perception of Lynx?
14. It's better than me.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So you're going to have Lynx doing Overwatch over
On
the market
Doran.
square,
On Doran, I think.
No, following
Doran.
Doran around.
following Doran, and then the lights go off if
Doran does something
get your
wrong.
asses over here. Okay, cool.
Ah,
For
Then I reckon.
reference, for reference, Lynx's intelligence is 10.
Okay, cool. That's all right. I think that's the same as Arden's.
The more I watch Matt, the more I watch Matt, the more I'm getting ideas for the next time Ray exists.
Um,
No,
oh,
no, 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 no. Because last time we had to deal with cats.
It's not a
No.
cat. It's literally a dragon.
right. Anyway, moving
Oh,
on from artificer hijinks.
I will go with the market square then. I will say, oh no, looking at Cascade, good plan with tiny robot. Look, we enjoy the festivities.
The more I listen to Nazoom, the more he sounds like a childlike Jar Jar Binks.
Bean said this also. Bean said Jar Jar was very what?
Oh, I'm not going to get
And
that out of my
also,
head now.
sometimes he
Right.
sounds like that little furry thing from the Black Cauldron movie.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, that's been a long time since. No,
Yeah.
that's a great movie as well. That's a brilliant movie.
Mhm.
Anyway, sorry, with Pete. No,
Sidetrack.
let's get on with the
King of tangents.
right. Dragons and Dungeons. Right.
Hopefully, no fucking dragons.
No, I think that one time with a dragon was enough.
Red
Wait.
dragon flies in, kills you all. The end. Right. Okay. Yes, as you make your way back to the market square, the market
You
square
ain't
is
sticking around for a
transformed
dragon.
into a vibrant and bustling hub of activity, adorned with lanterns, streamers, and stalls showcasing the absolute bounty of this summer's harvest. The air is filled with sounds of music, laughter, the enticing aroma of all sorts of cooked treats and food and barbecue and anything you can think of. There's all sorts of arrays of treats. And there's
seems
multiple
little
stalls of games that are now completed. There is silver fern little balls that are hanging in these little lanterns. So they're not flame, they are from the silver ferns themselves, dotted about almost like LED fairy lights amongst the bunting. As you make your way into the festival square, most people are gathered in the centre where a big empty square has been hollowed out, and there are a couple of plinths in the middle, some wooden boxes that have been assembled as a makeshift stage. And standing on the centre, you see three individuals. You see Liam, who's kind of just there, like kind of posing, like I'm Sergeant of the Guard kind of thing, just like hi, in front of the crowd. You see for the first time a rather 5'5", slender, black silvery hair half elf, whom Luck you will know is Vela. Standing next to on the podium, Alistair Cladd, who is a tall man. He's about 6'2". He's a bit larger in his older age. He's got a big, thick black beard and some long hair down the side, which seems to be thinning a little bit on top. He's got big, black, bushy eyebrows.
What's in the center of the square? Is there like a podium or like a
Yes, so it's like a
fountain?
makeshift stage out of all sorts of crates and boxes and
Okay.
unused carts that have been pulled together and made into a stage.
It's
and
kind of
Alistair-
ramshackle, but everyone's kind of pulling together to kind of make it a festival. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. So it's not like they've got like an events company on hand that comes in with all this fancy gear. They are literally pulling everything that they have from the town together to make the most of this wonderful evening. You could probably tell that some of this bunting has been used several years before. until the point where it gets too frayed onto to not use, and then they have to make some more. But despite the ramshackle style of this party and this festival, there is an atmosphere. Everybody's a sense of community and society definitely comes through. And Alistair stands on the centre of the podium, and as you gather in around the edges of the crowd, he kind of has a long sword hanging off of the side, and he takes this long sword and he kind of just bangs it against the side of one of these crates, and the crowd kind of hushes and simmers down, and he kind of steps forward and ladies and gentlemen, travellers and townsfolk, welcome one and all to our beloved Silver Fern End of Harvest Festival. As the warm winds of drift harvest bid farewell to the summer bounty, we gather here tonight under the watchful glow of Lunar to celebrate our community's resilience and unity. In these bustling streets where merchants far and wide converge to offer their wares, where artisans unveil their finest creations, Doran, I'm looking at you, and where laughter mingles with the sweet aroma of freshly baked treats, we find ourselves not just in a marketplace, but in the beating heart of our town spirit. Tonight, let us revel in the abundance of our lands and the talents of our people. Let us honour our traditions and forge new friendships. As we dance to the rhythm of Leaf Glide's gentle embrace, may this festival remind us of the strength found in our diversity and the warmth of kinship that binds us together. So raise your voices in joyous song and savour the flavours of our local delicacies and embrace the spirit of camaraderie that defines Silver Fern. For tonight and throughout the End of Harvest Festival, let us cherish the moments we share and the memories we create. Thank you all for joining us. And before the festivities commence, please may I invite all of you to join Deputy Vela in the Grove, where we will hold a moonlight vigil in honour of a fallen friend, Deputy Garrick Talor. Thank you all very much. You may disperse. Hops down and wanders off, and Vela kind of says a few words to Liam and back to Alistair, and they kind of wander off, and you see a trail of people. The crowd kind of starts making their way out of the market square, off through the town towards the outskirts of town where the Grove is. You can see at the edge of the market stall there are two stalls that are lined up where there are people holding out candles. There are some people that don't take a candle because they've got their own like little silver ball, which seems to have intricate lines of silver fern thread around it, which glow. So some people have these like intricate little silver balls, and then other people are taking the candles from these stalls, and as they all start kind of marching down in a column down towards the Grove.
Is Alaire somewhere?
Alaire is one of the people actually handing out the candles at the front.
Can I just sort of have a quick look at the people and see if the kids are about?
You don't see the kids now.
Can I go and grab a candle, please, and say, for tomorrow, what's on scratch today, but have one for tomorrow, please?
For tomorrow?
Going to Grove tomorrow. Must pay respect.
Everyone's going to the Grove now.
No. Good job.
Yeah, no, that's fine. There's nobody here. You can all come to the Grove. That's fine. This is Alaire speaking, by the way.
Alaire doesn't think
Yes.
that the one that did the graffiti are going to come back while we are over there.
So we should watch here.
So you're all going to stay here.
I am going.
Candle.
You're coming with? Nazum, you're staying?
I stay.
Knick-knack, you're staying.
Me and
Ash, are you
Knick-knack.
coming or are you staying?
I'll come.
Right. Well, here's a candle anyway.
Ah,
Do with it what you will. They're already covered by budget. Right. As you see, like you're getting to the back of the column now. Most of the people have walked past you while you've had this conversation. It's moving quite quickly. Alaire kind of picks up what's left of the candles, pops them away under a box in the side, takes a candle for herself, and hands one out to Luck and Cass.
She
Luke.
Luck actually has she can cast light, so
Okay.
she
You're
has
going
a
to cast a
small
little
yeah.
light in your hands. Okay, that's really nice. I like that.
Luke,
Cass?
I'm sorry, but I need to go to the toilet again.
Yeah, sure, no problem, bud. Absolutely fine. We'll just pause
I
a
shall
second. No
pause it.
problem. So, you all walk down in a column. Well, I say all of you, apart from two of you. Luck and Cass, you walk down in a column alongside Alaire with the rest of the citizenry of Silverfern down towards the grove.
Is everyone else's candles lit?
Yes.
I was thinking, because I have a lantern on me, I could always help everyone else.
Yeah, not all the candles that were being given out were already lit. The mood is somber. You could see that everybody was ready for a party, and then everybody was almost reminded all at once in a really swift move of, oh yeah, shit, that
He's
happened.
dead.
Yeah. Somebody kind of lost their life to it. And the mood kind of comes down a bit, and everybody starts wandering off to the edge of town. And you make your way through the first few trees of the edge of the forest and that opening to the grove. The first low glow of burns can be seen as you make your way into the grove. The side of the grove is almost alight with this white lunar glow. Ferns in a large circle, and it's overgrown all the way around, apart from a round stone in the middle, where Vela is stood. Townsfolk start making their way around the edges of the ferns, standing in their light, but not within the ferns themselves, as to not stand on them and damage them. They've made their way around the edges of the ferns in a circle, with Vela in the centre. Vela waits for everybody to make their way into position and stand and settle. There are a few conversations going on, but they're quickly hushed by other people that are standing around them. And Vela places her candle on the ground at her feet. And she lays a hand against the stone that she stands on. And you start to see intricate lines in a very nice pattern of almost vines and leaves around this stone start to glow. And she stands on the stone and she begins to speak. My friends, beloved citizens of Silverfern, tonight we gather beneath the somber canopy of these ancient trees to honor and remember a man whose courage and dedication defined him in life, and whose loss leaves a void in our hearts that cannot easily be filled. Garrick was more than a stalwart guardian of our town. He was a beacon of hope, a pillar of strength, and a trusted friend to many. His unwavering commitment to the safety and prosperity of Silverfern knew no bounds, and his bravery in the face of adversity inspired us all. As we light these candles and bow our heads in solemn remembrance, let us not mourn Garrick's passing in sorrow alone, but celebrate the legacy of selflessness and integrity he leaves behind. Stood as a protector of our community, a guardian of justice, and his memory will forever be etched in the. And she starts to stutter a little bit, and she kind of rummages in her pocket, takes out like what looks to be like a pre-written speech. protector of our community, a guardian of justice, and his memory will forever be etched in the annals of Silverfern's history. Though he has left this world, Garrick's spirit lives on in each of us. His comrades, his friends, and the people whose lives he touched, let us carry forward in his noble ideals and continue to uphold the values for which he so valiantly fought. To Garrick, we offer our deepest gratitude and our heartfelt farewells. May his soul find peace in the embrace of Lunara's light, and may we always remember him as a shining example of courage and honor. And she kind of folds the page back and puts it in her pocket and sighs a little bit and kind of looks up at the rest of the crowd, like taking in their faces. Looks around, nods to Alaire. Alaire kind of nods back. Many believe that I was not ready for this post of deputy, and I would agree with them. Garrick was a wonderful mentor and a close friend. He encouraged me to join council and stalwart faith in my proposals. I regret sending our strongest in pursuit of justice. Leaving us vulnerable here at home, my emotions ran high. It was a decision I now regret. But we can now thank these strangers, whom I've already shown in such a short time how imperative they are to our society. I hope you can all join them in welcoming me to our society. So this evening, when you all reach for that first glass of wine, may I all ask you to raise a toast to our dearly departed Garrick. Thank you, and enjoy your evening. And she kind of steps back down from the stone. The light fades from the intricate patterns on the stone. And she places her candle on the stone, and then several people start making their way through the ferns and start placing their candles on the stone. Until around the stone in the center, there's just a large plethora of candles lighting up. So you get this weird orange hue of light from flame, bathed in this white lunar glow around it. You see that there's others that leave trinkets, little drawings, some small writings at the bottom. And some people are standing and just taking a moment in silence. You can see some muttering words of prayer before others start making their way. And the crowd slowly trails off. And then in the background, you can start to hear the thrum of lively music begin as the festivities start for the evening. Luck, Cass.
Sorry. As everyone is leaving, Luck is going to wait for a bit more people to leave, and she's just going to go to touch the stone that name. Vela, thank you. Damn it. That Vela was speaking to, and she's just going to transfer the light to it.
The lines which glowed before in the intricate carvings on the stone flutter with a little bit of light for a short moment, for the 6 seconds of what the light cantrip
No,
allows it to
it's
when it's
an hour.
Oh, is it an hour?
It is.
I thought it was something that was just constantly recast. Oh,
no, that's an hour.
So yeah, so for the next hour, then those intricate lights, lines, and drawings relight.
Yeah, and they're like
the patterns of leaves,
quite bright because
spirals.
it's a 20 foot.
Yeah. But a lot of that light is kind of lost amongst the candle light because there's a lot of candles here, so it's become a quite brightly lit area, and there's a lot of warmth coming off of these candles. But there doesn't seem to be anybody that's worried about there being a fire hazard to the ferns. There seem to have been precautions taken in place. You see Vela kind of just nodding and shaking hands with people, and some people moving by, and people were walking up to her going, "Oh, thank you, that was a really well thought out speech. Well done. Thank you for your words." And she's just like, and she just kind of re-utters the sentiments that she's already mentioned beforehand, and thanks them and sends them on their way. And there's a large line of people, almost like she was the family member at a funeral, and people come up and pay their respects. And yeah, this goes on for a little while. Do you two remain at the grove, or do you head back?
Just long enough to do the light and maybe stick around to stay close to Alair and Vela.
Alair does start to make her way back to the festival. She kind of looks to you and she's just like, "Well, I didn't think she had it in her, to be honest."
He goes up to Vela and does the whole sorry for your loss parts of when you're at a funeral. Introduces himself and then finds himself leaving. But he sends his respects.
Thank you very much. Your words are very meaningful, and you're very welcome to our tomb. And
We should have known him better.
well, if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be here. So the world has a strange way. When there is light guides everyone to where they need to be, even in the darkest of places.
True.
Yeah. And Lark is just going to whisper to Alair, like, everybody find their strength where they need to. I told you what happened. Grief is a strong motive to go on.
Sometimes you don't have a choice. When
No.
bad things happen, you let it consume you, or you do what you need to survive. This town, its people, they're strong. They pull together. I think sometimes they just need reminding of that. And I think Vela and Alistair have done a very good job of that this evening.
I don't really like Alistair.
He just puts his hand on Luck's shoulder when Alistair's mentioned. It's
like you're like that, no? Because she's
yeah,
tall.
true.
But to be fair, even the old goat needs sympathy in these times like that.
He's done this town proud, I will have you know.
I know. But he's so stubborn. Gods.
You know,
Well, that's
they
where
always
Garrett
say that
came in.
opposites attract. Maybe similarities repel.
That's
Alistair may
supposed to
have
be.
been stubborn,
Mm.
but Garrick had his way of getting through to him. That's Vela's job now.
Yeah.
And mine. And in some part yours. You're the guiding hand that gets me through these meetings. I don't think I'd still be in council if it wasn't for you. But just because sometimes we question someone's decisions doesn't mean we should lose faith in them.
I never lost faith. Never. It's just sometimes listening is not someone's great strength.
I don't think it's listening. I think it's patience that some people lack. Anyway, What has it been now?
Sorry?
5 days
Mm.
since we sent out Corbin?
It's been some time. I'm getting worried, if I'm honest.
We'll wait till the festival's finished. If he hasn't returned by then, would you go look for them?
Of course, my dear.
I know we got you here to protect the town, but we can't stay like this forever.
And you cannot send the
I'm
young
sure he'll be
youths.
back soon. I'm sure they'll be wanting to get back for the festival, knowing Garrick's lot. Anyway, get to your posts. Do enjoy the evening, but stay wary. And thank you again, Luck. Appreciate your support.
Always. I'm just going to say a quick word to Bela and Wilke.
At this point, most people had left, and kind of Vela's kind of just stood there looking at the scene of the candles and the trinkets, and she's picking up some of the writings that people have left and just having a read and then putting them back down.
What is it, Jack?
I didn't want to interrupt, so it's my way of just. I'm
Mm.
going to pop in next.
Okay.
When they were talking, Cass slipped away.
You've headed back towards the marketplace.
Yeah.
I rolled stealth to
And you
see if I
rolled
could
stealth.
just disappear halfway through a conversation.
Okay, make that check roll for me. That
Natural 20 for 24.
roll. Okay, cool.
Fuck you!
So I just like the idea that Luke just goes, Cass,
24, you say?
Mm.
That's okay.
a nat 20 for a 24.
That's all right. I rolled a natural 19, but even with modifiers, I beat 24, so you're fine. Okay.
No, I just
Yes,
wanted to just
you
disappear
slink
halfway through a
away,
conversation
you go
because it
like
got weird.
you slink back into the tree line where the glow of light fades. You don't go too far, but you are within sight of what is happening here.
Bela?
Hello?
Hi.
Yes? Oh, hello, Luck.
Hi.
What can I do for you?
It's more what can I do for you? I know it's hard on you. It's hard on everyone and it's hard on Alistair. So, if you need a hand, you know I'm always here.
There's a lot of expectation.
I know.
People expect grand things from Garrick's next in line, and well, I don't think I can ever live up to him.
You don't need to you don't need to beat what he has done, what he has achieved.
I thought I
Bela,
was
look
doing
at
the
me.
right thing, sending people away to go and bring his Kellis to justice. But ever since I've done that, people have said that that's done more harm, and it seems no matter what I do, somebody's always upset with what I've got to do. I can't seem to make anybody happy.
Bela, you cannot please everyone. You want to know why? Because everyone is different and has opinions on how things has to be done. You cannot change what has been done. You can learn lessons, that's for sure. But let me tell you something. You, Vela, are not Garrick. You will never be Garrick, and that does not mean that you have to be put to shame for it. You're great. You have qualities. Garrick wouldn't have picked you as its trainee otherwise. You are fit for the roles because he has soul. He has seen something in you, and I can see it too.
Thank you.
You'll be perfect.
Could you try and convince Doran of that? He's one of the town's elders. He's a part of our culture. Without him, we wouldn't be able to do as much as we do with the Silver Fens. People listen to him. If you can maybe convince him that I'm not so bad for the town, maybe people would back off a little bit if they thought he was on my side.
I will talk to him, but Vela, it is not words that he needs. It's actions. Be assured, you will be fine. I know this. Breathe in and breathe out. Let it all flow.
Thank you, Luck. Now you should be getting to your post, shouldn't you?
I should.
Right then. Well, off with you.
I'll leave you alone, my dear. Just be assured that everything will be okay. Because you are here for the people.
Thank you, Luck. And she kind of
Always.
turns back to her bits and pieces. Right, we're going to go to Knick Knack and Nazum.
Okay.
Right, so while everybody's wandered off, you see the trails of people heading back down towards the Glove. You see the candle lights fade from view down the pathways down towards the forest. And for the first time since you've been here, it's quiet. Like, most people have left the town. Like, there's an empty town square. There are stalls with food left unwatched, apart from yourselves. The council hall stands at the end of the square, overlooking the festival square. What do you wish to do?
I have two things I'd like to do. I would like to try and find the ring toss game.
Okay.
And acquire a ring from said ring toss game.
Okay, so you head over to the ring toss stall. So there's a stall, a front counter, and the front counter has about 4 or 5 rods sticking out of it, and on each of these rods there are 5 large metal rings stacked up on each rod. And then out on the front, you will see rows and rows of milk bottles, large milk bottles. And they get further and further back. So you've got the front row, and there's a second row, and then there's a third row. And you see little signs next to each row. The front row says 1 point. The second row says 2 points. A little bright little yellow sign next to each row. And the very back sign says 5 points. So you head up to the counter, you find one of these things, you pick up one of the metal rings.
Is there a spare one, or is there just literally 5 rows of 5?
There are 5 rows of 5, well, 5 columns of 5 on these rods of stacked rings.
So okay, so that won't work. That's fine. So I know where that is. And then I'm gonna, because everyone's left all their cooking, so I want to kind of go around and like sort of give everything a stir, and I may or may not season things, so there'll be a block of crumbly moldy cheese that will get crumbled into something that comes out of a pocket and things like that. So I randomly go around seasoning and stirring and trying to improve various meals while they're being untended.
Okay. So you're just going to go around literally just having a dip.
So I'm gonna sort of give it a bit of a stir. I'll sort of have a sniff and then be like, oh yeah, this needs a, and then yes, it will be a moldy chunk of sort of blue cheese that will be crumbled into this one, and it'll
So
be
you're
Like
literally going around
Ratatouille.
fixing
Like
everybody's
Ratatouille.
food.
Yeah, he's
I'm
the
going to
main.
make all the dishes.
Good
Yeah.
enough. I'll add that. Oh,
Yeah,
actually, oh, that's a bit
that's
salty.
better.
That needs thinning out. Add a bit more water, boil it off. Like, yes. So you go around all these stalls. You find a selection of meats that some don't seem to be seasoned very well, so you season them. You find a selection of stews and soups, and again, it's seasoning, it's adding ingredients, it's boiling them off a little bit. Some are a little bit too runny. You think some of them have tried to get more out of it by adding more water, so they get more portions to make more money. So you light the fires a little bit more to boil it down, so it gets to a nice, lovely, tasty texture. But there's just a little less in there than there was before. But yes, so you go around and you do all these little bits and pieces. Not a problem. You get to one particular stew and you see like a sack of what looks like salt crystals underneath. And you kind of get a handful and you kind of sprinkle and you go, oh, and you give it a stir. And you're like, oh, yeah, that'll do. That'll sort it out. Not a problem. Give it a stir. Oh, yes, wonderful. And you just carry on round for a bit. And what are you doing while Knickknack's doing all this tinkering? And
Can I make a perception check
yes, what are you
regarding? Because I'm not really paying attention to what Knickknack's doing. I'm assuming that Knickknack has got this and is doing the best they're doing in
This
their
is what
time.
guard duties look like, right? This is fixing
Yeah.
people's food. Guards must do that.
Exactly.
Protecting the food.
Yeah.
However, some of what Knickknack is handling might be relevant.
Okay.
So I'm going to be looking around and I'm going to be trying to be guardy. I'm like sniffing the air, keeping an eye on things. Every now and then I look up to the sky to keep an eye on Knickknacks. What's your little guy called? Knickknack?
Lynx.
Oh, do you mean Lynx? The little
Lynx.
crystal cat.
Yeah, so I'm
Lynx
looking.
is the little floating crystal cat that should be in the grove at the moment.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep an eye out for Lynx. I'm sure you're doing that as well.
No, I'm completely oblivious. I have a passive perception of 9. I get so engrossed with what I'm actually doing now, I don't notice the world go by.
So I rolled a 24, GM.
Right. Is there anything specific that you're looking out for? What are we?
I will message you.
Okay.
Secrets in this game.
Yeah.
There's not that much secrets.
Knickknack is not a very good guard. He gets far too engrossed in whatever he happens to be doing in.
Okay, who here has watched Ratatouille?
I know of it, yes.
Okay.
Sorry,
I will
Knickknack in that scene
butcher you.
reminds me of the kitchen scene from Ratatouille, which comes and tries. Nah, fuck that.
I will
Better.
butcher you.
But he just does that like 7
So-
times. I've already apologised to Celia.
You
for
make
mentioning-
your way. What was your role again? Sorry.
24. So I'll climb up onto like the podium because
Okay.
because of my short stature. I will have climbed up on the podium and I'll be standing on the. I'm imagining like where the cart's been pushed in. It's almost like we're talking a Skyrim cart with like a
Yeah.
bench in the back of it and stuff. And I'll be kind of standing on the driver's seat, like just looking round, keeping a good lookout, see if there's anybody who hasn't snuck off. But if
Okay.
anything else should take my notice in this moment, then
So you make your way onto the center platform. You breathe in, and your eyes widen. Your ears flicker. A scent that you have never smelt before. Something unique. It tingles your brain. Your mouth starts to drool. Your fingers start to itch. And you follow this scent. Now, outside of the main empty square where the crowds gathered and the stage was in the centre, you've still got, as there was early in the day, rows and rows and columns of stalls. And you make your way down the edge, looking down each row, trying to gather where this scent is coming from. And you walk past one, and you're like, oh no. You take a couple of steps back and you look down, and you're like, yes, it's down here, it's down here. You follow down, and you follow the scent, and you make your way 2/3 down this row, and you get to a stall. And it is majestic. You have never smelt anything like this. But what is it? This is strange. Something so majestic in little wrapped balls of wax. Some are red, some are blue. But the smell isn't, you smell them and you can't, you pick them up and you're like, that's not the smell. But then on the top, there's all these levels of shelves, all these different balls of wax. And on the top, you see one of these balls of wax has been cut into. And there's this golden yellow, crumbly essence of the smell. And you reach out with your long claw and you dig into this wedge of yellow substance and you pull it out and you smell it. And before you can even let the sense of this smell absorb into your senses, your tongue has
The
reached
rat has
out
figured out
and it's in
cheese.
your mouth and you're nibbling on something so divine. It's salty but creamy. Undertones of, what is it they call herbs? Something peppery about it as well. You reach back and you grab another chunk and you put it into your mouth. Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, you can.
That was a nat 20
That was a nat 20.
for a 24.
That was absolutely delightful.
Oh.
You kind of snap yourself out of this aroma and look, and you've got crumbs and like there's crumbs down the front of your vest and
I
in
get
your
my
hands.
fingers and I'm like
Under your
dabbing.
nails there's like wedges where you've pulled it away from this, and you notice that there's claw marks in this cheese wheel at the top. And you're thinking, oh no, somebody might see that and I'm the only one with claws. Oh, I should probably hide that. Maybe if I just take the whole thing, they won't notice because there's so many more, rather than if I left it there and there were claw marks. So you pick up the whole thing and you kind of stow it away.
I will put
Um,
in its place with some of the paper which I've got as parchment and ink. I'll write a scribbled note, the worst handwriting you've ever seen, obviously. It basically says Nazum owes for magic food. End of week pay.
Next to all these cheeses where you leave this note, there is a book, a ledger of sorts. You pick it up and it's opened on the first page, and you see a list of words that mean absolutely nothing to you. One says Redian cider washed. The next one says Bellevue blue. And then one says Grecian goats. And it goes on and on and on, and there seems to be like a little price per kilo next to them and a little descriptor.
I have to do the maths to convert it into pounds because we're in D&D.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm going to get a copy of my cheese log from work where we've got like 30 something cheeses for our menu. I'm going to get a copy of that and I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to D&Dify it for this specific purpose. So yeah, there is a log book,
Hmm.
a ledger of all these cheeses, how much they cost, descriptors about them.
Mhm.
And you see there's like a little index, and some of them go by, there's some that by region, there's some like what they are, kind of, you see like
Mhm.
pasteurized, unpasteurized, you see washed cheeses, you see hard cheeses, soft cheeses, and then you see in bold rare cheeses. Do you take the book?
Mm. No, I will try and reference the cheese that I have in my possession, or that I've kind of trying to
Oh,
decide.
okay.
Like, can I?
Which one it is that you've just tasted and which one you've just picked up? Are you trying to decipher that?
Yeah.
These words that you've never really you're trying to decipher.
I
Something
don't understand
tasted
cheese.
before to other flavors and descriptors that you probably never decided before. So, can
It's like,
you make
which
me?
one's the
This is
nutty
going to
one?
have to be an intelligence check.
I would have said so. Yeah.
We're going to go with. What are we going to go with here? What should we
Well,
go
it
with?
would be, I think,
I'm
either
going to
a
say
nature.
nature.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nature or survival. Because I've eaten other things. It's about
Yeah.
consuming.
Yeah. I think we're going to go with nature.
Nature. Okay. Yeah. Sure, DM.
Because I think it's more of an intelligence, because you're trying to align specific data inputs into your brain about what goes with what.
14, DM.
Okay, 14.
How difficult is cheese?
I've had to
You
decide an AC of cheese at some point, so shut up, everyone. It's
This is
time to turn the
revenge.
tables.
Cheese will follow you
Cheese is my
everywhere.
enemy. This time for revenge, Pete. Time for revenge.
I knew why you did it. I knew why you put this as my thing.
This is the.
Sorry, but he's a rat.
1 second. Let me look it up real quick. This is going to be the. This is Croxton.
Roxton.
A Croxton hard cheese. It is crumbly. It's almost as if as you dig into it, it just crumbles apart.
Mhm.
You have to kind of mush it into your hand to keep it together, to have like lumps that you can put in to stop it. Just hence the
I
crumbling.
imagine like the outer rind is kind of like, if you take it from the outer, it's quite dense.
Yes,
And as
it'd
you
be
get
like
to
there's
this,
a thick, hard outer layer,
yeah,
and then as you cut through, as soon as you get into through that inner thick, it's like it's almost got orange around the side,
and the center just kind of almost falls out.
Yeah,
without
the
much
center
coating.
just it's just crumbly.
I taste it. I can taste it now. I will reference the price.
This is not too rare,
Okay.
but it has to be matured a lot longer than other cheeses, and due to this, it costs more because it takes a longer period.
Do
of time
I
to
think
make.
I have enough money by the end of the week to pay for this cheese?
Oh, certainly, absolutely. You could probably buy this cheese 50 times over with what you will be paid by the end of the week.
Okay.
Just saying, the big wheels can cost a lot.
This cheese is probably.
But I can't carry something really big, so I'm imagining it's maybe one
This
of these
cheese
size ones.
We're not talking like one of the big wheels. We're talking like probably about that encased in wax.
Yeah, like a black bomber. Have you ever had that? I know that's a really good one.
Lancashire bomber, yeah. And they come in black wax as a ball with a bit of string out the side. Yeah, had that before. That it's essentially, it's probably going to the portion you've picked up is essentially probably 1 silver, 2 copper.
Yeah. Okay, then I will take that, because I don't want their stall to look nasty with big rat claws in everything, and I'll just leave them the note. I'll take the note back off and say town guard at the bottom because
Okay.
who's Nazoom?
Okay, cool.
And then I head back to the thing, constantly dipping my hand into the pocket that I have the
Very
crumbling
honourable of
cheese.
you.
Yeah, and I will keep dipping into the pocket and kind of pulling it back out and like little nibbles of cheese, and then my brain nearly explodes when I've dug in a little too far and my claws have managed to scrape
The
part
wax
of
over.
the part of the edge of one of the plums,
Oh,
and I've picked it up with a small piece of cheese. And the taste sensation
Oh my god, this is fucking
fruit
random.
and cheese.
of
Wait
the
until I bring in the pineapple.
like the Zoom is like sensory overload, completely freaking out. Like
I just want a flash cut to like the end of the session. He just disappeared for the rest of the session, and we find him in a heap with a bulged belly, and there's just wax peelings everywhere.
I was half
Around
expecting
him, and he's
you.
just like.
I was half expecting you to try all the other cheeses so you could work out which one was which.
oh yeah, that might have been my sort of like fail safe. If this
Yeah.
didn't work out, I might have had to go, so this one
I'm
equals
not going to lie
this.
to you guys. The one thing I didn't expect to be coming up to tonight is having to have crafted a cheese menu. So I haven't prepared one, but I will make sure I have one for next week. Okay,
Let's
is that
be
all right?
fair.
Is that okay?
Let's
I
be
didn't
fair
see that
concerning
coming.
cheese. Pete didn't also plan that you killed someone by accident.
True, yeah, but I didn't need a menu for that,
No.
did he?
No, he needed to lock down an entire tavern and get them drunk.
I did name the cheese though. Yeah, no, it's got a name. It's got a location in Earl as well. So,
Celeste's folly.
too low. I will. I'll try and return, but like, I might. I don't know how you want to play this, but I think I might be distracted.
I'd say with your wisdom saving throw, you're okay.
Oh, okay. That was to keep
Because
control.
The wisdom saving throw was to judge,
not
because this is your first interaction with cheese,
And you're a
how
rat.
far this is going to go.
It was so I didn't get enthralled.
Yeah, you didn't end up going through and tasting every single one at the store.
Okay.
You're gone, oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's incredible. Oh, wait, maybe that's enough for now. You noticed the claw marks. You were like, oh shit, okay, no, they'll notice I've been here.
I was
like
conscious.
That anchored you back into reality and away from the tastes at the time.
Sure.
So yeah, that wisdom saving throw is what's brought you to that level.
Yeah, I have been distracted, so some stuff might have gone on, but I'll come back to the place to kind of take up my spot again, and then
But who's
kind of
to say the
watching it.
next time you encounter or try cheese, we might have
things
to do it
might
again.
be different.
Things might be different. As soon as you run out of that cheese, you're going to have a hankering for it again. Right.
Hang on. Isn't a Zoom addicted to cheese now?
Who knows? We'll find out. It's all dependent on dice. Right. I'm going to pause real quick here, guys. Do we want to take a quick break?
Okay.
I can go get coffee.
I think. Right. So, cheese aside, funeral finished. Cookery sabotage or improvement yet to be seen. In fact, actually, can we roll some checks on that? I just let you do it, and I thought, wait a minute, no. He's got proficiency in tools. Let's do some rolls. Let's make sure he actually knows what he's doing. Even people that are proficient make mistakes. So
what am I doing? Proficiency and what?
this is the thing, isn't it? So it's with tools. With cooking, let's say it's wisdom. Should we say wisdom? Is cooking wisdom?
I usually use
Or should we
maybe
say
like survival. So
dexterity?
yeah, you'd get your wisdom bonus, wouldn't you? Because it's survival. No,
Hmm.
yeah.
Survival is cooking. I swear to God, it comes up in the little
Yeah.
blurb.
So we'll use wisdom then. So we'll use wisdom plus proficiency.
Make sure I'm not talking through my notes.
You've been
You've
very
moved
far
your
away.
mic. You've moved your mic, Jack. So you're doing your quiet thing again, dude.
Survival is hunting wild game, guide your group through frozen wastelands, identify signs that owlbears live nearby, predict the weather, or avoid quicksand. But yeah, anyway, so I don't have anything that is the right check, so I will just roll a d20 and add 1 to it.
Okay.
Because I have a wisdom of -1 and a proficiency of 2.
Oh dear. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we'll go with wisdom for now then.
Unless you could persuade its intelligence.
Let me
I rolled a
check
3.
D&D
It's a
Beyond
4.
real quick. It's a 4. It's a 4.
Oh, that's a Matt special.
Roll
Come
me,
on, nearly there.
roll me 3 more because you've gone round. So it's not. I'm going to say it's a check for each individual occurrence.
Let's
So
see
you're not
how
gonna
badly you
everybody's
fucked up.
I rolled a 9.
Each individual.
Yes, Matt, come on.
Oh, God.
I did say unconventional, chef.
It's just to
Oh,
your
nat 20.
it's to your taste.
Hang on, what did you say, Matt?
Nat 20.
So I rolled
One
a
good
4,
one.
a 9, a 15, and a 21.
A 4, a 9,
A
a 15,
and a 21.
and a 21. So the 15 and the 21 are okay. The 9, not so good. The 4, oh dear.
Did I burn the soup?
What
will see.
what dishes did he ruin?
We will see what happens with those dishes as the night goes on.
It was the pocket cheese that did it. It was the crumbly pocket cheese.
Pocket cheese. It was the pocket cheese.
I said when I suggested the cooking thing that
I
it was
think-
conventional cooking. So, you know, it's little street kids seasoning of food. So it is literally pocket cheese and
Why
sort of.
does so much just come up when you Google cooking on D&D Beyond?
I think what's happened
Because
is
they made a
Nazum
cookbook.
Nazum might have seen you do pocket cheese and has adopted pocket cheese as the correct way of dealing with cheese. So he's like, I see.
This is only going to go poorly. Right. Anyway, so let me
This
get my
might not
tables up.
be.
So,
Has anyone seen the stupid memes about prison cooking?
No.
oh yes, I've seen all sorts of things with prison cooking. It's ridiculous.
That's knick-knack, but
Yeah, but I mean, it's
Not
going to
if-
be like sort of adding crushed beetles for protein. And
I like to think Ileron would have not put up with that kind of cooking while they were on the road and set him straight.
That's your wizard.
Right. Anyway, at the festival, there are all sorts of stands. You do the rounds, you do the rotation, you go around, you keep an eye on things for a little bit, and then Alaire and Baylor and Alistair's words start ringing in your ears, going, well, you're here to get to know the citizenry. You're here to enjoy it as well. They want to get to see you as part of society, as well as just being a guard, right? So enjoy yourselves. Kick back a little, but keep eyes in the back of your head at the same time. As you wander around, you see a few activities going on. You see apple bobbing. You see a pie eating contest. You see sack races. You see what seems to be a giant sack of flour with a sign saying guess the weight next to it. There's the ring toss stand. There seems to be a section where stalls have been pushed all to the side, and there's a few halflings and what seems to be a band playing some fiddles, and all sorts of different music where there seems to be some line dancing and circle dancing, a bit like traditional caries going on. And there also seems to be a corner where a lot of the children have been gathered, and there seems to be some older members of society sitting there with storybooks and sorts and little puppet shows to keep them entertained while the adults go and have their fun. What would we like to do, folks?
I'm happy to.
Shall we roll for it?
Can I?
Somebody want to roll
It-
me a d8?
Yeah.
Or Jack, go on.
I'll
Sorry,
roll a
Cass.
d8. I just have one thing to say. Do you know Elrond when he was on the road with Nick Nack?
Ileron, yes.
Elrond, my apologies. I can just imagine one day Elrond goes, "Where's my component pouch?
Oh no.
Ingredients."
Bat guano.
Is
It
there a
smelled like
store-
eggs.
Crushed diamonds. Really crunchy. Uh,
Motherfucker thought it was salt.
Is there a store where they sell tea?
where they sell tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot
Obviously,
tea.
where there's tea. Yeah, so there'll be all sorts of different teas. There's fern teas, which are all the rage. When they've removed the silver from the fern, they take the fern and they boil it down or dry it out and crumble it down, and you have loose leaf fern tea. You have some which claim to have real silver in them, and there seems to be like powdery, glittery bits inside the tea. And there's all sorts of other fruit teas. You see like some like damson tea. You see some traditional green tea. There's a smokier blend. There's all sorts of different blends there. You get the pots, you can take the lids off, and you can have a sniff of them and their aromas, and you screw the lids back on, and yeah. There's a stall of tea. Would you like to purchase some tea?
Yeah. Like is going to for the fruitiest one.
Find the fruitiest one.
Mm.
Okay, so you find the fruitiest concoction available. This one is probably a concoction of honeysuckle, damson, plum, and cantaloupe.
Okay.
Very strange combination, but it works.
She's gonna take one because she thinks at the end of the day she's going to need something to relax.
So that's 1 copper.
1 copper.
Yeah.
I take whatever this particular world's version of Builder's Brew is.
So in town, that would be the traditional fern tea. So there's
Okay.
different blends of fern tea.
And
depending
I
on the
take
age of
it, you know,
leaf.
like
And
the
the
old
non-magical
person who's
ferns
like
as
reading
well.
to the kids.
Yeah.
And I just put it on the table next to them and just.
So this isn't boiled tea. This is literally just pots of loose leaf tea. So you're just taking a packet of tea and just putting it.
No,
next
I thought it was like a dude who like has like hot drinks in like a.
Oh yeah,
store.
you can find a different stall where they're actually selling like where they've got vats and urns of hot drinks as
That's
well.
what I was looking
Sorry,
for.
I have to make
Yeah, you can
change
get it.
because I only have gold, so
Well, if you deduct 1 copper it should automatically adjust it, I believe.
it doesn't do it. That's the
Does it
thing.
not? I thought
Yeah.
D&D was cleverer than that. Maybe not. Giving it too much credit. But yeah, no, you can do that. You can go and find and you get
And just like
a mug, and you have to get like a tea towel essentially and wrap it around it because hot like metal mugs and
Yeah, and
pewter
I just-
mugs can get quite hot with tea in them, and they don't
And I
seem to be
take it
dishing
towards-
out the china. So yeah.
I take it towards the old person who's like reading to the kids and just put it on the table next to him and go, "Good job."
Oh, thank you, dearie. Thank you. Oh,
Be nice.
Do we
that's all right.
in the kid gang? Do we
Mhm.
see our rapscallions from earlier?
You see Oh, let me find the names again. I know Trina and I know Derl. The third one always escapes me.
Is Bunty.
Bunty.
Trina and Bunty.
You see Bunty.
The gnome.
Yep. And you see Derl. But you do not see Trina.
The portly boy.
Yep. So you see Derl the portly boy. You see Bunty the gnome. But you do not see Trina.
Bed. Popeye bed. I will point them out to Cass. Cass? It's your friends. Shush, shush.
She carries on telling a story, and you can see she's getting to a bit where it's almost like Little Red Riding Hood, and she talks, and it's their version
Popeye
of
bed.
the Red Riding Hood. Instead of a wolf in
It's open, go.
clothing, however, it's another large toothy creature. Turns out grandmother is a mimic, and she's and Little Red Riding Hood's there going, "Oh my, big teeth you have," and the kids are like, "Oh, and oh my, what small eyes you have, and you have many of them," and they're like, "Oh," and they go, and she goes, "And what big tongue you have, all the better to eat you with, my dear," and they're like, "Ah," and they all start screaming. As grandmother turns into a mimic and starts eating Red Riding Hood. Yep, just like that. Right, so are you going to roll me that D8 then, Jack? Where are we going first?
It's not too much trouble. Can I talk to the kids?
Yeah, sure. If you want to talk to the kids, yeah.
If I'm not taking up too much
No,
people's time.
no, absolutely.
No.
Right, do it. Yeah, later.
I go into an alleyway and Sam walks out.
Mm-hmm.
The kid that helped them escape.
You helped
Trina and Dull.
escape. Trina isn't
And Dull.
there, but you helped
And Dull.
Durl, and you helped Durl. Durl is there, yeah. But Durl doesn't recognise you in your current form.
That's what I said. I walk into the alleyway and Sam walks out.
Oh, as Sam. Sorry. Yes,
That's
Sam.
the name I gave to the little
Yes, I
kid.
forgot the alter ego was called Sam. Yes. Okay. So you walk
My
into an alleyway.
apologies. I think
No,
this
it's
is
all
going to
right.
be a thing.
No, it's okay. I'm
Because
fine
it's
with
his
that.
whole thing.
I'm absolutely fine with that. That's okay. I just need to remember alter egos a bit better. So Sam walks
I
out.
have a list and they all have faces in Hero Forge.
That's okay. Cool.
I've basically made different characters.
Maybe send me the list so I can remember all of your characters.
Sorry.
Sam walks out and Sam kind of makes his way over to the kids. And what do you do?
I sit down next to Dull and go,
Okay.
Hey, just,
Oh, hello. How are you?
I was wondering if Trina got away.
Oh, yeah, she's okay. She's all right.
Oh, good.
What are you doing here? I haven't seen you in a while.
Wondering if Trina got away. So I thought I'd sneak over.
Yeah, she's okay. She said
Oh,
she
well.
didn't want to be over here. She was too old for this kind of stuff. But I still find it really funny.
Fairy tales are always good. Should always trust fairy tales.
Exactly. I like the one where the kids get cooked.
Dirty psychotic. 1 second, let me add to his list.
Durl is your average boy.
Yep.
Durl likes the gory bits.
Yep.
Has any of you read any Angela Carter, just on a sort of nursery rhyme thing?
Doesn't sound familiar.
There's a
I
really
did
good...
have an.
Sorry.
Far too young. I did have an old copy of the Grimm's Fairy Tales from my granddad's house.
Well, Angela Carter's got a short stories collection called like Burning Your Boats, I think it's called. and it's got a wicked kind of alternative versions of Red Riding Hood in it. Really good.
Nice. I'll have to think of that. Angela Carter. Okay.
Dale,
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Hmm.
I heard about the people that painted over the map.
Oh yeah,
The old
that was
council's
funny.
house.
Some
Yeah,
words
right.
there I didn't know what they meant, but they were really funny.
Yeah, true. Do you know who did it?
No,
Thought you might know.
no.
I wonder if
We
Trina
just
knows.
we just woke up one morning to throw eggs, but Doran had already gone to work. It's funny because he doesn't see them. But when we throw them from far away, he's really got good eyes, working really closely with all those fancy bits, but he can't see things that are really far away. So when he goes to work in the morning,
Really?
we wait outside his house and we throw eggs at him. And because he can't see far away, he doesn't see them coming. And it's really funny because they'll hit, if they don't hit him, they'll hit the ground and he'll slip over. And he still doesn't know it's us.
Anyway,
But
I
no, we
think I
got
might
up
have a
to
wander.
throw eggs one, and Doran wasn't there though. I think he must have got up earlier for work, but we didn't see him. But when we got to the town hall, it was already all over the place.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I think I'm gonna get me something to eat. Do you want anything?
Have they got any of those baked potatoes with all the meat and cheese on?
I go get something
Mum
for you
says
and
they're
bring you
too
back a
big
baked
for me,
potato.
and I can only eat half of one. But if she let me try, I bet I could.
We could always split it, couldn't we?
Oh, that'd be great. I
I have
don't have
half and
any
you have
money
half.
though.
Ah, I got pocket money, don't worry.
Cool. Well, I'm going to sit here and listen to the rest of the story. I hope she tells the one about the kids getting cooked by the bitch. I hope she tells the long bit, though, about how they kill the witch afterwards, not that they just run away. That one's boring.
Yeah, true.
Bunty is like, shh, I want to hear the good bit.
With information gathered, he gets up, goes to the get baked potato stand, gives him half the baked potato with all the meat and cheese on it, in like its own little cart.
Oh, yeah.
Then just wanders off.
Like there's
And then
a lot of kids with like jealous eyes looking at him. Where'd you get that? Oh, can I have some? And he's like, no, get your own. He's kind of.
and you know those things from the spy movies where they walk past the lamppost? They just like walk behind the lamppost and they look different when they walk back out
Oh
again.
yes, yeah.
It's-
Yeah, fun. And back to Misk. Not Misk, Cass.
Shh! Stop saying that.
Whoops. Sorry. It's your fault for having so many bloody characters.
I'm sorry. Look, I gave him restrictions.
Look, I said you guys could tell me secrets. I didn't say I'd be very good at keeping
Good.
them. Right.
They're going to
D8,
figure it out
please.
eventually. I'm bad at secrets too.
D8,
I
please.
told you things. I told you things. Shush.
Who's doing the D8?
I thought it was Jack.
Come on.
Well, I volunteered for the D8, but it says 1 second. Can I talk to the kids first?
Yeah, no, which is
Fine.
absolutely fine, and it seems like you got some decent information out of it.
Yeah. Some reason, 5. Some reason, Doreen got up early the same day that the graffiti happened.
5, did you say?
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Right. Oh, 5, the ring toss. So you all make your way over, and you see the ring toss. And you see a rather tall, gangly fella. Slick black hair. Your typical, like, Barney swindler. That's there, like, standing there like swinging around a metal hoop in his hand, looking all smug. And there's a little chalkboard with top scores on. And currently in first place, somebody has done 16. In second place, somebody has done 12. In third place, somebody has done 9.
Anyone want to go first, so I'm not taking up too much time?
Well, yeah. We can roll initiative for those for people if we want to take turns, and if everybody wants to do it.
I
Do the
suck at
rest
it,
of them.
so I'm just going to let the others do it.
I quite literally said to, what was it, Marla?
Mara.
Mara, sorry.
I got your name.
That Mara, that we were gambling on it.
Yeah,
So
true.
I have already literally like did the whole thing of, come on.
Round
So,
up, round
what
up.
do I
Then
do?
who's going next for the ring toss here? We've got 5 goes, 5 rings. Got the 3 rows of bottles. Back row is 5 points. Middle row is 2 points. Front row is 1 point. After 5 goes, however many points you have, you go up on the leaderboard.
What is it, Knack?
What's what? This is the game that we choose who's doing what job next.
What is it?
If
Winner.
we win the most points and we get more than Mara, we get to pick what job it is on the 3rd day.
Winner for the night gets one of these shiny baubles, complimentary of Dorian. You just see one of his little silver baubles, which is like hollow in the middle, outer casing of silver with intricate drawings of fern leaves, and then you can see the silver fern thread flowing throughout, so it glows lightly in the night sky.
And I really
It's a
want
little bit
bauble.
dampened the night at the moment because of the
the light that's
because of all the
around.
bright light from all the fairy lights and the candles and the fires.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want a bauble.
Zoom, is your little mage hand visible or invisible?
It's invisible. We established.
Yeah, cool. Then I may pull the zoom to one side a little
It's
bit.
invisible, is it, your mage hand?
Normally, you need to take the feed light
Doesn't it
as
need to be
Nyala.
Legerdemain one?
No,
doesn't
well,
it?
there's the invisible ones. I think are the telekinesis version and
Yeah.
And isn't it rogues?
Arcane tricksters.
Arcane Trickster.
Arcane
would be
Trickster, yeah.
invisible.
Okay, mine is not invisible then. So
Oh.
That's
when
right. Just checking.
when you
That's
saw
diligence.
previously, it would be kind of a spectral outline of the bird because we talked about the bird flying on the mage hand.
Oh yeah,
so-
like
That's
I thought
fine.
the
No,
idea was that
this
there
is
was a
why I was
boat hand
asking,
and she
'cause
stepped
I-
onto its finger and it was floating around and she was like,
I may have had a suggestion or two about how we could like sort of win the game.
Yeah,
Um,
I had that thought too.
You're only level 3, guys. I'm not giving you an invisible floating hand. Just
Where did I got mine? 5, no?
Is Cat's going to play again?
I'm trying. But apparently you all keep trying to cheat.
No, I've never played again.
You guys
kinda
are
wanna win a
cheating.
bauble.
Doesn't know how to win. Doesn't know what means.
going very
Sure.
dull.
I think you throw them and you have to break the bottles further back, and then you win if you get the little bottles at the back.
Sure, Nazum.
Okay, I'll play.
Are we going on here? Are we having a go or what? What's
How do I
going
go?
on?
I'd like to play.
Right, it's 2 coppers and you get 5 rings.
No cheating.
Who's up first?
Nick
You little
Nack's
fella?
already said he's going to walk in front.
Nick
I want to
Nack?
go after
Right.
Nick Nack.
Right.
Yeah.
Nick Nack, is that your name? Nick Nack? What am I going to
I'm
name
Nick Nack.
that? I hope you can throw better than your name can spell. Right. It's like he's saying things which are meant to be like jibes and insults, but they don't really land properly. And you're like, okay.
So I'm gonna climb up on Pudgy, so I'm like level with the platform.
This is so cool.
He brings around a little box that he uses for the halflings and gnomes and pushes it round for you to stand on.
I have my own
Go,
little.
little fella, you're going to need all the help you can get.
So yeah. Well, I'll use Pudgy because you know that's what he's there for.
The
And
winner ring toss. Pure function.
So the way it's going to work is the front row, the AC landing a ring on the front row.
it's moot. So I
Moot,
understood it as,
okay.
so my technique is, I understood it as, you said they were sort of bottles.
Yes.
So I'm going to try and break as many of them with as rings as possible.
So you're not trying to land them on it, you're trying to smash
I'm
the
trying to go
bottles.
through and sort of, get a couple of rows worth.
Okay, so
Well, then I
you've
can get all at
completely
one
misunderstood the rules of the game. Is that what you're telling me?
Absolutely, completely lucky.
Is this -1 intelligence coming in?
Okay,
Which
they
is,
are
this is minus
thick.
one wisdom. He's
Minus
got
one
a
wisdom.
20
These
intelligence.
bottles have been designed to be thick glass milk bottles that can take the hits of the metal rings. The metal rings aren't like horseshoes; they are lighter, thinner, like almost
The
like
alley.
that thick aluminum kind of
Yeah.
aluminum. Who the? I'm not
Oh,
American.
flipping hell.
Hey, aluminium.
Aluminium.
Fuck me, Jesus Christ! Where have
See,
I even
that's what
picked that
gets
up
it when you
from?
watch too much American telly. You start saying it
Oh
like a
God,
Yank.
that's terrible. I feel the shame I feel in myself there.
Swear
saying that.
jar.
Oh,
Yeah, swear jar.
feel physically sick. Right. Oh dear.
Next time we come to Penzance, you can already put like
We should just put a credit in the jar for you.
me.
Yeah, for you to just
So
you
bad.
were the one that put more in than anybody.
Apparently
Love
I
it.
was very bad last time I was round at this.
Right.
Fucking sailor.
I still want you to roll.
That's fine, yeah. I mean, to be honest, I will try it once, and then if he kind of understands what I might be trying to do, then he may tell me what I'm actually supposed to do. So then I will change and try and do it
Yeah.
properly.
So
So I'm quite happy to waste my first throw.
okay,
That's milk bottle.
so okay. In that case, we will just say it happens for the first one that you're gonna. No, because I still feel like I'm going to need some kind of check to see if you can actually smash these glass bottles.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
a ranged attack and then give it to land it on. It may like higher the AC if you're going to hit the first row.
So, what I will say is this.
What is the AC of milk bottles?
So this is the thing. This was going to be the thing for landing them anyway. The first row, the closest row, was going to have an AC of 10 for landing it on. The second row was going to have an AC of 14 for landing it on. And the back row was going to have an AC of 17 for landing it on. Right? So 10, 14, 17.
Okay.
If you beat the AC of any of these bottles by 5 or more, you break it.
Okay.
In this particular throw, because that's what you're trying to do.
Okay.
When you figure it out in the future, that won't be the case because you're not trying to do that.
Yeah.
Unless you roll a 1. So, give me your first roll.
You roll a 1, you drop this.
I'm assuming just dex and no proficiency.
Well, whatever your ranged proficiency is, like I'm sure you're probably proficient in some kind of ranged throwing. I think everybody is proficient in throwing something. So, just dexterity plus proficiency.
Do I get a couple of rows? I got a 24.
You've got a 20.
Well,
So you do a full-on cricket.
Yeah. It's literally, I want to go through and
You
try and
don't
get as
spin
many
it.
bottles as
You
possible.
literally lob it, so it's spinning like this.
Xena
like
warrior
this.
princess, eat your heart out.
not spinning this way, and as it carries on, the
You
force of
Sonic
it
the Hedgehog
just
them. Just
constantly knocks these bottles, and they go, and you get a straight row of 3 bottles that just go smash, smash. And this guy kind of looks at you
8
in
points,
disbelief,
9
and he goes,
points.
"That's not how you're supposed to do it." Oh my!
I got all of
No,
them.
you're not meant to break them. You're meant to throw it so it lands on them.
Oh.
yeah, I
Do I
am
get
not
the
here.
8?
I am not here.
Look,
Kind of like, give me a minute. I've got to sweep all this.
look,
Yes.
is this cheat?
You have to pay for those bottles, you know.
Give them here. I'll put them back together.
He kind of raises an eyebrow. How are you going to do this? You're just going to cast mend and fix these bottles.
Lots of endings.
You're going to be there a little while that chunk connected to the little chunk connected to the big chunk. Ouch! Just cut my thumb. Yeah, a little. You
know
after
how you said
all, go on.
that
Sorry.
Pudgy's an oven?
You up?
And he said Pudgy's an oven.
Are you going to turn Pudgy into a glass?
Pudgy's got a grill. He's got a built-in grill.
No, I can imagine you shoveling it all up, throwing it in Pudgy, and then just coming out with molten glass.
No, you just like a little handle, and then out of its butthole, like molten glass pours. And
you blow in the one end.
You blow in its mouth, and out of its ass comes perfectly
So we end
shaped.
up with 3 weirdly shapen vases in the middle with long, thin nets for landing.
That's what I wanted.
Okay, that's
That's
canon.
what I
That's happened. We've done that. We've blown glass out of a mechanical pug's bottom.
I'm just saying, it's a
Only
suggestion
in
for Matt.
D&D. Only in D&D. Right. So
The fact that I didn't even come up with it.
you do that. This guy,
What does the Stormwaker think?
in absolute astonishment as a mechanical dog is essentially shitting out a vase. And you've got these oven mitts on and you place them down back in position. And you make your way back to the box with 4 rings left at 0 points. And we start again.
I'm just gonna sort of flick them for the back row.
You're gonna aim for the back row.
Yeah.
All 4.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Roll me 4 ranged attacks then, please.
A 15, so that misses.
15 misses, yep.
A natural 20 for 26.
So that's 5 points.
A 19 for 25.
Okay, that's 10 points.
And a 7 for 13, so that misses.
Okay, so Nick Nack has 10 points. Nick Nack is now in 3rd place.
Who did he knock off?
It doesn't have a name.
Oh, okay.
It's just got the number, and the name is kept secretly, and then whoever gets at the end gets a prize.
Cascar?
Okay, who's going next?
I thought I would. Luke,
Mhm.
I have a question.
If it's about fucking making glass out of a pug's arsehole, no.
Because that already happened.
We've already done that. We've already covered that part. Let's move on. What would you like to do?
Okay. Rogues have a thing called steady aim.
Yes.
Can
As
I
a bonus
use it?
action without, and you don't use any movement for the rest. Yes, you can.
Okay. It's just a dexterity throwing thing, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to throw a dagger.
Yeah, that's what I did.
$21.
Are you aiming back row?
Back row, always.
Yeah, you've got to tell me where you're aiming, which row you're aiming for.
Sorry, 21 for the back row. All of them.
Okay, so that's 5 points.
$17 for the back row.
That's the AC. That's 10 points.
A natural 20 for a 25.
That's 15 points. Even if you hit a 1 now, you take first spot.
You want to go down?
No.
He's going for glory. He wants a 25 full score.
15.
Oh,
missed the
Oh,
last one.
no.
too greedy.
You've got one more to go. You've got 5 rings. You've only done 4.
Oh yeah. Come on, Jack. Come on, Cass. Come on, Cass. You can do it.
20.
20 points.
Mazoom throws a plum in the air in celebration.
The storekeeper's like, oh, that's pretty good. Oh, you've obviously been practicing since last year.
I don't live here.
You
you
used
know that
your
thing
1
where they have,
point,
like,
You must have
three in
had
one
something
hand?
similar in your hometown then.
You know that thing where they have, like, multiple daggers in one hand?
Yeah. You're
He
doing
just
that with
has
the
all
rings.
5
You
and just
went,
throws them.
and then just go ding, 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 ding. And then the one that misses only misses because it hits another one that's already landed. And it's just like ding, 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 ding. And it's just like, oh, well then. Oh.
Problem.
Right. Anybody else want to go?
I'm shit at it, so.
Okay.
And Luck knows it.
Nizum will take one go. How many copper?
It's 2 copper for
No.
5 goes.
Nizum has no money.
I'll pay for you, Nazoom.
No.
Puts 4 copper down.
Ah. So Nizum's gonna have to go.
His
Okay.
and for Nazoom's.
Okay, cool. No problem.
So I'm gonna go back row, middle row.
Just tell me as you throw them.
Okay,
Tell
so
me as you throw
I'm
them.
gonna
Because
give it a go. Back row
result
first.
might change on how you
Back
decide.
row,
Back row. AC of 17.
23.
23. You got 5 points.
Back row.
Yeah.
8.
Nope.
Back row. No. 6. Middle row.
Going for the middle row.
8.
No.
One more, 2 more. 2 more.
One more.
You got one more.
Back row. 7.
5
points.
More like it. He mutters under his breath. So yeah, Nizum with 5 throws, 5 points in total.
Nizum did good. Huh?
Yeah. You didn't break any though, so
Didn't make it to the leaderboard.
Oh.
Have another go, Nazoom.
So yeah, if either of you have
stupid.
won that at the end of the night, you will win our little trinket. And then tomorrow, come back to have another go to see if you can win another one.
Stupid game.
I don't like games. It's played once. Right.
Stupid man.
So yeah, that was
stupid game.
that game. At the end of the
Be
night,
nice.
we'll find out whether anybody has managed to clinch it. However, Jack is the only, well, Cass is the only one in contention potentially to win it. Right.
D8.
Who wants to roll D8 next?
Sorry if you heard me yell. There was a spider.
I got you, D8.
okay.
Oh, I think I rolled the same. Is it 5 is the ring toss, wasn't it?
Sorry? 5,
But-
yes, please re-roll.
It's 8.
8. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Please re-roll.
Luke, I sent you a message.
Yeah, I've seen.
That's more like it. Nat 1.
I've seen. Nat 1.
Nat 1.
Apple bobbing. A game where participants try to retrieve apples from a barrel of water using only their mouths.
Oh dear.
So, this is going to be a combination of 2 things.
Mhm.
Right? This is going to be a combination of the mechanics of this are you will use a constitution roll to see how long you can remain under the water to find out how many attempts you're going to have at biting for apples. So constitution roll will decide how many attempts you get, and then we will do essentially a straight strength check. See if you're able to down hard enough to get the apple. Okay? And we'll see how many apples you can get.
So do we all do this together?
You can all take part if you want.
Oh, all bobbing at the same time in one barrel. This is going to be amazing.
Okay.
My strength was my dump stat, but sure.
You see that there isn't so much a person running this one. There's a little box with which is essentially like a little donation box with a slot in saying one copper a go. Everybody
Everything
seems to be having
costs.
multiple goes for 1 copper, so you just go with it. And it says lucky dip prize. Some apples contain a prize, some don't.
Yeah, Zoom.
That'd be the magic worms.
Do you want to just owe me some money?
Already ours running. Yes.
I give him 50 copper.
Zoom's going to be in a lot of debt before the end of the week.
No, I now owe 50 copper and 2
2
silver. Yeah.
Do you want me to just give you some money for this? Because it's
We'll
sad
just
if
round
you
it up
don't
to
get to
8
join.
silver.
Sorry.
Should we just round that up to 7 silver?
Well, no, because I owe it to different people.
True.
No,
Okay.
the silver pay debts.
Zoom always pays his debt. Right. So yes, everybody that wants to take part, then please roll me a
100%.
Constitution check.
I don't think he
and I've got
100%
to
understands
remember-
what money is.
Just a straight up con roll.
Straight up con roll. So I've got to remember the rules for now holding your breath underwater.
It's 1 minute plus your constitution, if I remember correctly.
Okay, 1 minute plus your Constitution.
Mm.
Okay. So we'll roll a check because we're not going to add your Constitution. We're going to roll based on how successful your Constitution check is.
20 DM.
20.
I
Okay.
don't. This is my luckiest rolling character ever because I got another nat 20 for 22.
So you're going to get the full 6 goes, 1 attempt every 6 seconds for the 1
How-
minute.
How do I roll con?
Just
You
on
just
the
click
front
on the
page.
stat bar.
The top one.
Yeah.
Cool.
it's on the
Luck,
six.
Luck isn't playing for now because she's just looking around, still trying to do a guard duty, mind you.
Okay, so you're keeping
Nine.
your perception at 20, your passive perception at 22. 9 was that?
I mean, I thought we were all going to have a go. Look, I'm making
So-
myself look like a fool.
Someone
So,
has to work.
Cass only gets 3
All
attempts.
right, because Link
1 minute.
and Pudgy are keeping an eye out on things.
Yes, dog and bird.
So Nazum is getting 6 attempts. Nazum
A bird?
is getting 6 attempts. Cass is getting 3 attempts.
What does it look like? Sorry, I've misunderstood. What did I not get? What your flying guys looks like?
So Link's is the little crystal cat thing.
Crystal cat. Sorry, cat.
Mhm.
For a
And
second, I thought he had
Pudgy is-
Tilly keeping an eye out, and I got very scared.
Easily
Pudgy,
bribed.
Pudgy has a passive perception of 14 as well.
Knick-knack, what was your Constitution?
22.
22. So you get your full 6 attempts as well. So 6 attempts for Nazum, 6 attempts for Knick-knack, and 3 attempts for Cass. So, can everybody roll me those attempts, please?
Straight strength.
Just straight strength.
Cool.
Everything above a 10, you get an apple.
Oh, I got 2.
Okay.
Right.
I'll roll 6. Yeah, 6 of these.
Yep.
Just straight
Anything
up.
above a 10,
strength.
You get an
yeah.
apple. Yep,
But not strength athletics. No, just strength.
just strength.
3.
So you got three apples.
Hold on. No.
Thanks.
I got 5 and 1 fail.
So So you got 5 apples. Wow. Somebody with terrible strength. You did really well there.
Oh no, I've got strength. My strength is 16.
Oh gosh, yes, I forgot you were a buff goblin. I
I
I'm
rolled
the one with the
ridiculous
terrible
now.
strength.
that was
got-
it.
I've rolled -1 every time.
So is it above 10? Did you say? DM?
Above 10 and you get an apple.
I get 3 apples.
So 3 apples, 2 apples, and 5 apples.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. Can you now roll me a d6 for each apple you have?
Mm-hmm.
5 or a 6 equals a prize. Anything other than that, and you just get a regular apple. And then tell me how many prizes you've won.
1. I got a 6.
Okay. Have you rolled a d6 for each apple that you have?
I rolled 5d6 and got 1
You've
6.
rolled, and you got 1 6. What about 5? Did you get any 5s? Or
I got
just
no
one
5.
six?
I got lots of 1s and
Six.
a 4.
Okay.
I got one. I got 1 5
1 5.
and a 3 and a 4.
Luke?
Yeah.
I think my bad luck from the beginning of the campaign has worn off.
Okay.
I rolled twice and I got 2 5s.
You got 2 5.
Hey!
Okay.
Yay!
That's right.
I win prizes.
Each of your apples with a prize in has a silver coin wedged into each of the apples with a prize in. So you can pick up the apple and you pull out a silver coin from each of those apples.
Legit
Is that 1 silver piece?
Yes, 1 silver piece per
prize.
prize.
Okay.
I'm sitting there looking for the worm in there to, you know.
So Nazum is already starting to pay back his debt.
We see. And what was the donation? Is there a recommended donation?
It was 1 copper per
Copper
go.
Okay, so I am going to put 49 in there. Cass lent me some. Get on your bed. That's indulge.
Luke.
Okie dokie. Right.
Luke, did you get the newest one?
And there's message.
I will.
I'm trying to understand what that means.
I gave Nezum money.
Oh, still don't know what that means.
Okay, I'm
Let me
going to
know.
have to
Let
have
me
a
know.
conversation with you.
I don't know a lot about those things. I'm not going to lie. So we'll have to talk about that. Okay.
I know a lot. Too much.
Great. We will talk about that.
Cool.
If you want to message me stuff about it, message me stuff about it. But we will talk about it. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Because right now, I haven't got a clue. Not going to lie.
Sorry. I have a brain
understand
full of that
there's-
particular
I
kind of law.
understand that there's really fun stuff there, but I don't have it to hand off the top of my head. I'm sorry. But yes.
Well, next
We
You're
will-
gonna get a PDF at some point.
Okay,
Because it's
I,
me.
I turn
all
to
about-
Nick. I turn to Nick Knack and say, "Where next, Nick Knack?"
I was going to work out how much the bag weighed.
The bag weighed. Okay, you want to go there? Okay, cool. So you head over to a stall. There's just a big round table with some lights all around it, and a big again another chalkboard. This time it's got names, and it's got guesses. It's just a long chalkboard. Lots of people have had a go. It goes all the way down to the end. You can see that the handwriting is getting smaller and smaller and smaller as it goes down for people trying to fit in their guess on the chalkboard. When it has a big sack of flour and it's asking you to guess how much that sack weighs to the nearest pound.
As did you said it was suspended or? Can we pick it up?
How does the sack appear?
It's a big sack. It's essentially a hemp sack sat on a table
Okay.
full of flour. This bag of flour is probably a bit bigger than Knick Knack.
Would you allow me to roll an intelligence for this to determine the weight?
I would indeed.
Mm.
That's what Knick-Knack's planning on doing. I'm planning on having this sort of calculation.
True enough. So, well, straight intelligence is it going to be? Yeah. Oh, would you perhaps allow me an insight?
No,
Ah,
you can't insight an inanimate object.
Can I roll intelligence?
What are you
Anybody
thinking,
can roll
Beck?
intelligence. Everybody, if you want to roll me an
shit.
investigation
Oh,
to see how much you think this weighs,
Investigation or
then
intelligence?
go for it.
Investigation, okay.
Investigation, please.
I
Yeah.
rolled straight intelligence. Can I?
Oh, add your
Add your proficiency.
19.
Son?
So, luck roll. Oh dear, luck. Luck rolled
Shut up.
7
Shut up.
plus 2, so she rolled a 9. Cass rolled a 19 plus 3. Oh no, you just rolled 19, including your with your checks. So 19 and 19. Right.
Knick-Knack gets completely sidetracked and is like using it as a sort of a weight mechanism on a pulley system, drawing out. He's improving his weapon training thing.
So we're going to do a roll off again between Nizum and Knick-Knack.
Hmm.
Yeah. You
Oh, I
both
didn't.
rolled 19.
It wasn't me. I think it was Cass that got 19.
Was
I
it
got.
Cass? Sorry, I'm misreading things here.
Yeah,
It's
I get well and truly sidetracked.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll do a roll off between Cass and Nizum. Yeah. So
What
can
do
you
I
both
roll?
roll me intelligence again? Investigation. Sorry.
Look a bit more carefully. 21.
Nazoom wins.
Okay.
I rolled a 6 for the second go.
Nizum, you approach
Yes.
the board and you look at it and you look at the other numbers that people have put down and you start trying to figure out what people are referencing weight to, because this idea of weight is brand new to you, like a number system based on something, how much effort you have to put into picking something up, and then having it as a universal prospect amongst all of that. So you're looking at all, and you know that bit, that meme where people see that there's that woman there, and then she's seeing all the numbers, and they're all floating around.
But there is a moment where I do remember something. There's a flashback from behind. I get a little vision, and I get these two lines in front of my face, and I can see a piece of mechanical equipment,
Mm-hmm.
and I see a thin hand with like arthritic knuckles, like really big swollen knuckles and veins on the back of the hand. Human in shape, definitely, but the light in here betrays color, and they just start putting little tiny copper and metal discs onto one side and pouring a powder into the other side, and I see this thing start doing this, and then I break out of this memory.
You go over to the leaderboard and write down your answer of £44.
Just a guess. Guess.
Cass, you're pretty close. You're thinking, oh, is it 44? Is it? It looks like some spilled out of there. If the universal bag of flour is this amount, deduct a little bit for that. We'll say, let's go with 42. So Cass puts 42 down. And then Knick-Knack goes over and he's just thinking, well, how much do I weigh? And then I look at the bag of the flour and you stand next to it. How much do you weigh, Knick-Knack?
Just looking it up. Hang on. Here's a number.
Would Knick-Knack know how much he weighs?
No. To be honest, I'm pretty sure that what Knick-Knack actually did is started trying to work out how heavy this bag was. And
How
then
much
Knick-Knack
does
weighs
Knick-Knack
32
think
pounds.
he weighs?
Well, I don't think he actually ever got to an answer because he's now using a bag of flour as a pulley system to move units to improve his guard training robot things. So he's like, yeah, you push this off and then the things start doing this. So it's kind of, he got well and truly distracted and hasn't even come up
He's
with a
just gone
number.
on, hasn't
He
even
writes
put a number
nothing
down
on the
because he's
board.
already thinking of a way to improve the barracks training for all the new recruits. He's just gone off in like, that's a good idea. And you go off.
Yeah, and literally he's like down this
Yeah.
rabbit hole of
Luck.
Knick-Knack just
He's like-
steals more chalk to write down
You-
other ideas.
You've seen this now several years in a row, and the amount of flour is always different. But you remember one year, you remember specifically one year that there was a balloon put in the middle of the bag to make it look like there was more flour in there than there actually was. And you think they've probably done it again this year. So you're going to go with half the amount that you think Zoom and Cass are guessing. So you're going to go with about £20.
If she has that suspicion, I'm actually going to go for a little something, if you allow me, because that's cheating. That's just cheating. So,
That's what your roll gave you.
yeah. So I'm going to go for
Prestidigitation.
Thank you.
Prestidigitation.
That. And still
Sorry,
the little
one
whoosh.
second, guys. 1 moment. Sorry. I'm really sorry. Bear with me.
But yeah, she's going to go for the little whooshing effect she had on the kids just to brush off some of the flour.
I think it's a sealed Hessian sack.
I don't know.
I imagine it's like a tied bag
Mm.
on a table with a rope round it.
but this one's got rocks in it.
Ah, yeah.
I have to ask Luke a question about it because, yeah, if we can access the table, that'd be easier.
It's got a baby Caleb Durr in it. Your baby. Did you wake it up? Now you have a screaming Caleb Durr on your hand. Screaming in primordial. Let's be primordial.
Hey,
I do.
right. Sorry about that. My partner just got back from going out with some friends, but our front door was a bit dodgy and I could hear her trying to unlock the front door.
Yeah.
So let's go back in. Right. So you cast Prestidigitation.
Yeah, but is the bag open?
Top of the bag is open. Yeah.
Oh, good.
James
So,
number.
yeah, just brush off a bit of the top of the flour. See if there's something inside.
You see a level top of flour.
Mm.
You just see, you open the bag, you look down the top of the bag of flour and you see flour. You rolled a 6. Just want to remind you.
7.
7. I'm terribly sorry. You rolled a 7.
I love how you're arguing for that one
Plus
point.
2, you got a 9. You got a 9.
I love it how you're fighting for it, they said. Yeah.
But I respect the hassle here, the hustle. Right.
She's not going to write her name on the board. She's just going to go
Could have
for
put a guess, but not the name.
Yeah.
She's not confident in putting it to it.
No.
Right. Okay. Moving on.
Are you going to
Nizam.
roll it, Luck? I don't think you rolled. I think I rolled, and then Knick-Knack chose.
Yep. Cass rolled. Cass rolled. Zoom rolled. Knick-Knack chose. Sorry, Luck.
Yeah.
What?
A D8.
Roll a
D8.
d8.
Oh,
Choose the next still.
sorry.
It's all right. Dexterity saving throw. Beholders
We've
appeared.
done 1,
Death
2,
ray.
3, 4 of these we've done.
1
One.
Roll again.
Reroll for me.
That's what I rolled.
again. Yeah. Okay.
Roll a d4.
That's a 4.
Yeah, roll a d4.
Oh, a D4.
Yeah, because a 2 or 3 or a 6 is available at this point.
Yeah.
So we're going to change that to 1, 2, 3. I'll let you know.
Oh, that's a 1.
Okay, that'll do. Yeah, not a problem.
Can it be
So
on
as you wander
pace,
around, well, you get to the end of the row, and then on the opposite side of the row, it's just a load of benches. And you see lots of people preparing themselves, sat down at these benches with big handkerchiefs and serviettes down their front, and people with their arms behind their back sat down at this bench, preparing themselves. You see some of them taking deep breaths. You see some of them drinking some water. You see
You should
some
be
of them
good at
drinking.
that, luck. Because there's like lots of you, so you've got a big stomach.
And this is the pie eating contest.
You should be good at that.
And whoever wins this pie eating contest gets free pastries every morning from the local bakery for the next 2 weeks. Some of them contain cheese. There's an assortment of pies laid out on this table. You have your traditional apple pie. You have a traditional, like a blackberry pie, lots of dark fruits in it. Then you've got a cheese pie. And then there is also a pie with lots of whipped cream on the top. So there's 4 pies in total lined up. And then there's loads more of these pies ready to go, waiting in the rings if you get through the first 4 for them to continue to keep bringing them out. 1 second.
I'm not doing the pie contest. No way.
Luck's been a real party pooper. She's not taken part in anything, is
Good
she?
at it. Just think how big your stomach is. It's like bigger than me and the Zoom put together.
Just because I'm tall doesn't mean I eat a lot. I in fact don't.
When you look around, Nazum is already at the table.
Do you think that's a
Oh,
budget?
Zoom's there. He's just copying everyone.
Yeah.
What have you used as like a handkerchief as a serviette? What have you decided to grab?
I've just turned my guard cloak
You've
round.
got your guard cloak. So you've got this silver encrusted, fern embroidered, honor bound cloak down the front of you, ready to get it messy.
And then the hood is like there is like a bib to catch stuff.
Okay, all right, I'm up for this. Cool. So you've got that cloak there ready. Nick Nack, are you taking part?
It's on your bib.
I was gonna go and is there like an organizer for this?
There seems to be a couple of people going around getting the pies ready. Yes.
I'm gonna go up to them and be like, so, and I'm gonna point in the Zoom and like, so the 2 of us for like one of everyone else.
That's not really how it works.
But like, they're all massive and we're not.
Last year's winner was a halfling. They're small.
Okay, I'm gonna sit down and I'll tuck in the edge of the Zoom's cloak.
So you're sat down next to Nazum and you're both using his cloak. You've got the end of it tucked in. Cass, are you taking part in the pie eating contest? No? Oh, I can't hear you,
You're
bud.
muted.
Sorry,
I
guys.
can't hear you, mate. Sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Gotcha.
Sorry, when I get up, I knock the wire and I forget to plug it back in when I get back down again.
That's all right. Are you okay, bud?
I will be.
Okay, cool. If you just want us to stop and if you need to stop, just let me know.
It's
Okay.
fine.
Okay, cool. Will you be partaking in the pie eating contest?
No.
No. Okay.
I don't
so
think
we-
it's a caste thing, to be honest.
Okay.
It's a little
Cool.
more dignified than pie eating contest.
Yeah.
Apple bobbing was too far.
Okay. So the undignified members of the group.
No, because the only
There's
reason we
a
did
nick-
apple bobbing is because they said everyone was going to do it together, and then Luck didn't, and he talked shit on Luck. So I'm only doing this because whatever.
Now you're
Luck
involved.
is making sure that everyone has fun safely.
At the end of one of the benches, you actually see Alaire Bloom also participating in the pie eating contest, which seems to be an unlikely entrant, but she's there as well.
Luck is staring at her like, Alaire?
What? Everybody likes to let their hair down once in a while. This is the perfect opportunity for it. I will not be shamed for enjoying pie.
I'm not going to shame you to enjoy your time once in a while because you do need to unload. I swear.
Exactly. And then you hear a bell being rung, and immediately you see the people around you start just bam faces into pies. Do you follow suit?
I half envisage that sort of, Nick Nack and the Zoom are going to gross everyone out.
I feel like Nazum has a weird little advantage on this because he's got a longer snout, so he can reach the pie a lot easier than everybody. I don't know. I haven't studied rat anatomy. I don't know how it would work, but
I've also got a tactic.
okay. Talk me through this tactic.
As somebody who went to college to study animal science,
Yes,
he
please
does
tell me.
have one particular upside. He's
Which
physically
is...
incapable of throwing up.
Oh, I did not know this about rats.
Rats are physically incapable. It only goes one way. Their entire system can't go back up on itself. It's why poison is
Okay.
such good for them.
So what
It's
happens
why
if a
poison
rat
kills them.
eats? What happens if rats eat too much? Do they just explode?
They have a tendency towards constipation.
Okay, right. Pete, what were you going to
Somebody
say?
who has
What was your
worked
tactic?
with animals and in zoos, it's a genuine problem.
What was Nizam's tactic? Remind me.
My tactic before I found out that I'm going to be horribly constipated and can't vomit is
It's the reason why poison works so well against rodents,
Yeah,
because they physically
can't
can't throw
vomit.
it back up again. So it's just going to stay in there until they die,
I will
which is sad.
take the
We don't wanna
option
poison
of
the zoo.
leaving the cheese pie
Mhm.
till last. That's my
Okay.
reward. That's my incentive.
So you're going to leave the cheese pie on the table and only go for the fruit pies for now. And the
No,
cream pies.
it's going to be the line. It is the goal. I've
Okay.
promised myself in the head that I know I want the cheese pie,
But I've got to earn it.
but I've got to go through the others to get to it. Now, whether
Okay.
my wisdom saving throw that I probably will have to make
Well, this is C. We'll see.
will overcome
Who
me,
said
and I
you're gonna
won't.
have to do that. Right. So first pie. Can everybody make me a Constitution check?
Do I
with
need to make a
advantage.
wisdom save first?
No, not for this one. No. So first pie, it's the apple pie. You get to make a
Con check or con
Constitution
save?
check with advantage because you haven't eaten yet.
Wisdom?
Constitution.
Oh, sorry. Constitution save. Here we go.
Con
No,
save or
not
con
save.
check?
Check. We're going to
A
do a
con
check.
check. Oh, sorry. My fault.
Okay.
I'm putting words in the DM's mouth. Sorry.
That's all right.
A dirty 20.
Okay, cool. You pass. You carry on eating this one perfectly fine.
8.
That's absolutely okay. That is fine. It's a really low DC for the first pie. You haven't eaten. You get through it. You haven't eaten pie before, not a pie like this. So this is strange to you. You get through it. You struggle to begin with. It's like very sloppy and fruity in the middle, and then the crust on the outside. So you're getting your head around the idea of how do you eat a pie. And then, but you get through it, and you feel like you're in a better state now for the next one. You understand how to go about eating this now, because there's some people at this table which seem to have a lot of experience at eating pie, and you have a look at them, and you think about how they're going about it, and you start copying. So, next pie. Constitution check, please.
Knick-knack is sort of full in sort of frenzy goblin eating mode, sort of.
Yes.
I will also put into this another advantage I may have.
Mhm.
Now, DM, you can choose whether or not this applies. If the pie is particularly wet,
Oh dear.
I have a swimming speed and can breathe underwater.
Don't think that counts in
No,
this
just,
particular. I don't think
just.
that's like saying I can't, like I
Can't.
can't drown in a puddle because I can swim really well. Like if you fall over and knock your head, you're still going to drown in a puddle of
Oh.
water. So I can't. Yeah, no.
Okay,
I'm gonna say a swim speed doesn't help you here.
And I can breathe underwater.
That's all right. You can't breathe through
You
custard.
can't breathe pie.
You can breathe underwater, but the oxygen content of water versus the oxygen content of pie, very different, very different. And you can get water out of your lungs a lot easier than you can get pie.
I
So-
can't get anything out of my body other than one way, apparently. So
So,
a 17, DM.
17, you both
Hang on,
pass
roll.
onto the third pie. So this is
I didn't roll. Hang on a minute.
Oh,
30
yeah.
for me.
oh,
13 and a 17. So mine's
13
17.
and a 17. You still both pass.
Oh.
Right, you've gotten through 2 pies now. Third pie is coming up. Here we go. Roll me a third check. You see that there's a couple of slower eaters now at this point. They're still on their second pie.
Oh, I got a 9.
You got a 9.
I
I
got
got a
18.
18. Okay. Nazoom, you're fine. Knick-knack, can you make me a constitution saving throw, please?
This is pie damage.
I also got a 9.
Another 9.
Yeah.
Right. You take 2 points of custard damage. You don't finish this pie this round. You are still on your. Was that the second pie or the third pie?
Third pie.
Third pie. You are still on your third pie, while others have moved on to their fourth.
Okay.
Okay. So the next check will be to see if you can finish the pie that you're currently on.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to the next check, then. Please both roll me constitution checks. Yes.
9.
9. A
12.
constitution saving throw, please. Zoom. Knick-knack, you're fine on this one. You managed to finish your third pie. Zoom.
19.
19. Okay. You don't take any damage.
Still
But you
stuck on
don't
pie 4.
finish this pie. So you're on pie 4. Still on pie 4. Knick-knack, you now move on to pie 4 this round.
Yeah.
Roll me constitution checks, please, both of you.
21.
And 13.
Okay, you both finish your pies. So Knick-knack, you finish your fourth pie. So you finish your fourth pie. We're back to level pegging. Can you make me a check for your fifth pie, please, gentlemen? This one is cheese.
Advantage?
Yeah, you have to.
You are going to roll your constitution check with advantage.
Because you're
And
obsessed with cheese.
then I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw afterwards.
I love it so much. Okay. 19.
I got a dirty
You
20.
succeed. 30-20. You both succeed. in annihilating your pies.
Here comes a wisdom
This is a
save.
wisdom saving throw.
20.
20. You take a deep breath. You lick your lips. This cheese is incredible. It is warm. It is gooey. But it's still, if somehow it tastes better than the cheese you had before. Melted cheese. Who thought about taking cheese and then melting it and it tastes even better? How is that a thing? And you taste the onions and and again the peppers in it. And is that a little bit of like there's a little bit of greenery in there, but you're not sure what it is. And this is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. You found a new love in life. You
Yeah,
found
there's like it's
Quiche.
stringy.
this
I'm
is your
pulling.
second purpose for living.
Quiche.
Okay.
We are now on to our 6th pie.
6 pie.
Can you both roll me a constitution check? This is background to apple pie.
23.
Oh, I doubt I have 111.
11. That's a failure. Constitution saving throw, please.
Also 11.
11. That is a failure. You take 4 points of custard damage.
6 points of custard damage.
What's Nick's
Dangerous.
health? What's Nick's health pool at level 3?
24.
24. Okay, so we're down to 18. That's not bad. Okay. Right. At this point, a lot of people have dropped off. There's probably about 3 other people still in the competition. There is a halfling, last year's champion. This guy is probably almost as wide as he is tall. There is Alaire, surprisingly, at the end, still going strong. She looks haggard. She's deep breathing. She's got a glass of milk that she's sipping a little bit at a time to help wash it down, but she's aware that she doesn't want to drink too much of that milk because she doesn't want to fill herself up. But Alaire is still there. She's intent. She seems to be absolutely like driven. This is something she wants to do. There's something driving this woman here.
Yeah,
And then
Lark is by a friend like.
And then there is one man who has a big ginger beard and it is full of crumbs and cream and fruit, and he's burping a lot. Next check, please.
Oh no! That's a 7.
That's a 7. That is a failure.
It's stuck. Con save.
12 for me.
12. That is also a failure. Can both of you roll me Constitution saving throws, please?
17.
How many pies you were both at completed?
I'm on pie 7.
You're
This
on
would
pie.
be
This is,
7.
or is this
I'm on
pie
6,
6? No,
I
this is
think.
pie 6, I believe.
Yes, and I got a 10 on the con save.
Pie
10 on
6
con
for Nick Nat, but pie 7 for me
Pie
because
7 for you, pie 6 for Nick Nack. You both failed.
I get con of 17 though.
You've got what? Sorry.
My con save is 17.
Okay, con save. So okay, so only Nick Nack fails the saving throw. Nazum, you pass the saving throw, but you still fail completing your pie.
Yeah.
Nick Nack, you take 3 custard damage.
Okay, so I'm now 9 custard damage.
Okay, so
Yeah, you see, like the face of Nazum. They've just brought out the next cheese pie, which is 2 down the line.
yeah. So this is now the blackberry pie. Blackberry and well, you haven't. No, you still haven't finished.
You haven't finished 7, and I haven't finished 6.
Yeah. So I'm trying to remember which pies who are now. Nazum, you're still on the apple pie. No, Nazum, you're on the blackberry pie. Nick Nack, you're still on the apple pie. Constitution checks again, please.
14.
Right,
It's not
18.
Not going to do it.
Ah!
18. Okay, Nick Nack, you finished the apple pie. You are onto the blackberry pie. Nazum, you are still on the blackberry pie. Can I have a Constitution saving throw?
7.
7 does not do it. And that is 3 points of custard damage.
Oh,
Next
getting-
Constitution check. You are both now on 7.
Same pie. We're on
Seventh pie.
7.
You're both on your 7th pie.
it's going downhill. That's a 14 again.
The
got
large
19.
gentleman with the ginger beard has given up. He is on the floor, on his hands and knees, retching. The halfling is still going, and so is Alaire. What was that check? Sorry?
I got,
4. Go on, sorry.
I got 19.
19. Knick-knack, you pass.
14.
14. That's a fail.
Con save of
Knick-knack.
7.
That's a fail as well. So that's 4 damage, 4 custard damage to Nazoom.
Another 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Knick-knack, you have finished your 7th pie. You're on to your 8th. Nazoom, you're still on your 7th pie. You're trying to get down that blackberry. There's big chunks of blackberry that you're trying to
Yeah.
swallow that keep getting caught on your mouth, and you're just like, oh.
I've
Like,
got
you can
one of
see
them.
that cheese pie coming up. You're determined.
What
That
it
cheese
is
pie's
I've actually
coming up.
got one of them seeds just stuck in between my 2 big buck teeth at the front, and I'm just trying to get down that seed
Yeah.
out. Yeah, that's what it is. It's
Right.
distracting me. It's hurting. It's almost in the gum where you're like, oh, that's sharp. Oh, that's
Yeah, and you're
so
just trying
sharp.
to kick it out, pick
Yeah,
it out.
yeah.
It's not there, but it's really uncomfortable.
That's it.
Roll again, please.
Come on. The zoom. Yes. 6 pie down. 22.
22. That's a pass.
19 again.
That is a pass.
Oh,
So, 7th pie down for Nazoom, 8th pie down for Knick-knack,
So am I on the cheese pie again?
and we're back to the cheese pie
for you, not for me.
for Knick-knack. Right.
Mhm.
And Nazoom, you're on the cream pie now.
Cream pie.
So, Constitution checks, please.
Can't get that cream pie down. It's 11.
Oh, no,
Fail.
that's gone horribly badly. 5.
5. You look over to your side and you see Knick-knack with cheese dripping down his chin. And he's struggling to swallow. Seeing him wasting such beautiful golden cheese, you get distracted and you are unable to finish your pie.
Yeah, and I get a con
Right, we're
save.
saving it for later. It's on your cloak.
Saving throws, please.
13.
That's a failure.
22.
That's a pass. 3 points of custard damage.
Oh,
please,
man.
Nazoom. Right.
Right, come on, get this custard pie down. Nizam, come on, there's a 5.
Oh
It's a
no.
fail. Saving throw.
I'm guessing a 9 is also a fail.
That is also a fail. Saving throw.
17 on the save.
Not enough. That's a fail.
Oh no.
I got a 12 on the thingy, so I failed too.
Okay, we're at fails. So that's 2. So who's just had 2 fails in a row? You both failed eating
I failed the cheese one
pies in a row now, haven't you?
But but that's the first con fail, the con save fail.
Yeah, but you failed the cheese one first time. You failed the cheese one again the second time.
Yeah.
Nazuma's also failed the cream pie twice in a row now.
Yeah, I have.
If you fail 3 times in a row, you're out.
Okay.
Okay.
How many damage do we take on this round?
You both take 4 custard damage.
4 custard. Most painful kind of damage type. Here we go. Con save for this stupid
Con check.
con check for the cream pie. 20! Come on!
Natural 20. You absolutely demolish this pie. You can see. You take
I
some
see
deep
Knick-knack
breaths, you see the
wasting cheese.
literally there. You see yours literally next in line waiting, and you're like, "Oh, it's coming! I'm coming for you! I'm coming!" And you
Smash
demolish it. Knick-knack.
19.
19. Just.
On pie 9. That was your pie 9, wasn't it?
That was my cheese bud, yeah. So I'm now, yeah.
That's pie 8 for
That
you.
was pie 8. So Knick Knack is back to apple. He is now on pie 9. Nazum is on pie 8, which is his
Right.
cheese pie.
So advantage roll.
Advantage roll.
Nat 20.
Nat 20 again. Roll me a wisdom saving throw with advantage because of the nat 20 from consuming it.
It's a 15.
15. You finish the cheese pie. And you start reaching over and collecting the clumps of what is left over on the cape, on the cloak of the cheese pie that has dripped down from Knick Knack's. Knick Knack.
I got a 17 on the pie.
You got a 17. That is a fail.
Okay.
Saving throw, please.
Natural 20 for 24.
Okay, good. Still on your 9th pie. Zoom, you are now on to your
Pie
9th
9.
pie. Con checks, please. This is taking a lot longer than I thought it would.
13. That's a fail.
That's a fail.
10 for me.
That's also a fail. Saving throws, please.
20.
I'm out. I rolled a that one.
And that one. Oh dear.
If possible, if I do explode in a vomit of pie-ness, can I aim at the halfling, please?
That's 4 custard damage. And I'm actually going to double that. I'm going to roll again. That's another 3 custard damage because you rolled a natural one. So that's 7 custard damage in total.
Okay, yes. If I explode in a big pile of vomitiness, can I aim at the halfling, please?
You're going to aim it at the... Well, do you hit 0 points?
I've not hit 0. I've got
That's
like
right. Well, you haven't done 3 fails in a row, have you?
no.
No, so you're still in it.
But does a nat 1 count as a double, like a death?
Let's say yes. To add a bit of spice to it because we're getting quite far in. So, Knick Knack, is this? So, did we say 9th pie or 10th pie now? 9th pie.
I'm on
Nine, I
pie
think.
9. Just can't get it down.
I think we're
Okay.
both on the same pie at the
So
moment.
both on pie 9. You both failed. You're both trying to get it down. Nazum, you only took 4 points of damage. Oh no, you didn't take any damage because you succeeded on the
I
saving throw.
succeeded in the save,
Yes.
but I
Okay,
tried a
right.
second attempt at it, and I rolled a 9.
I got a 19, but I don't think that's enough for this one.
No. The difficulty level, is at
DC.
20 now. The DC is at 20 now for these pies.
Okay.
Right.
Con save.
Both failed. Con saves, please.
19.
Knick Knack,
9.
actually, this is your because
Yeah.
DC is 20, so you both failed that.
Okay.
Knick Knack, you are now out.
Yes.
You bite into it. You can't. It's in your mouth, but you cannot swallow it, and you take 3 points of custard damage. Does that bring you to 0?
I'm on 1.
You're on 1 hit point. Okay.
Yes.
So you don't collapse in a heap, but you are vomiting.
Yes.
One of the people rushes to bring you over a bucket,
Oh no, I'm fully just aiming for the halfling.
and you aim fully at the halfling. The halfling, after being covered in vomit, starts vomiting as well onto the pies. Alaire
Oh no!
rolls a natural 3 and also starts vomiting. Nazum, make me a final constitution. Well, make me another constitution check.
Doesn't get it down.
Doesn't get it down.
7.
7. So this will be the second fail in a row.
I think that's 3 fails on this
That's
party.
your
3 fails in a row.
yeah.
Okay. Con save, please.
Oh, it's skidded on a 20. Down to 11.
That is 4 points of custard damage, please.
I'm still up.
You're still up, but you can't bring yourself to physically eat anymore. But you don't vomit.
You can't
Alair is
vomit.
vomiting. This very large hobbit is vomiting. Knick-Knack is vomiting. There's a lot of vomiting going on.
Stream coming out of Nick Knack, you know.
Spectators that were watching have started to vomit. The buckets are being handed out. You can tell that this probably is a common occurrence at this particular festival.
Like is
And-
by Alair trying to get her hair out of the way, like, oh.
And
dear.
Nazum and Knick-Knack are joint winners with Alair, all currently sat.
I've not gone down to 1. Can I try one more thing to become not maybe Victor at this
To
point?
try and be Victor. Okay.
So I've got 6 hit points left after.
So do you want to? I'll give you the option now. You can push through.
Yeah.
But you take 0 hit points. So you hit 0 hit points if you like.
I will say to 1, which is where Knick-Knack dropped out.
Okay.
But at this point, is everyone enough distracted, do you think, that I could go for the cheese pie without anybody noticing? Because there's so much vomit going on.
Make me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, yeah, let's have it. Skills. Because then I can get the advantage, and I'm hoping that'll do.
You push the blackberry and cream pie aside.
Yeah, into a pool of vomit.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
so
I can't continue eating that. There's vomit in it. I'll move on to the next one.
Sleight of hand was 6.
6.
They're going to see me do it.
They are going to see you do it. But you go for this cheese pie with absolute gusto. Roll me that constitution check at advantage, please.
They might declare me hero anyway.
Not if you
That's
cheat.
20 for the DC, which I think
That
was
is
it.
DC.
Yeah.
You demolish this cheese.
This fat rat covered in
Make
absolute chaos.
melted cheese, crust,
Luke,
chunks, it's dodging in the fur. Go on.
Luke, do you remember at
Yeah.
the beginning of this session where you when you said a premonition?
What was the premonition?
Flashback to the end of the session, and there would just be one fat rat. In the corner.
There's going to be a fat rat set in the corner with
You
cheese.
said
Covered in
it.
crust.
I did, I said it. And this is the reality.
Premonition.
I'm so glad we got to this one last. Say last. We haven't. It's not the last one, but we'll see. Time's are ticking.
Yeah, I
Make
just
me a
like.
wisdom saving throw at
Oh
disadvantage.
no, disadvantage. Oh, because I did get that 20. Okay, and I'm already well cheesed up.
You are cheesed up to the max at this point. I'm gonna have to come up with mechanics for this.
12.
12. Oh dear. There's another cheese pie on that counter that hasn't been finished.
Con save. I'm gonna eat myself into a cheese coma. Here we
Make
go.
a constitution check
At advantage because it's cheese.
at advantage because it's cheese.
Oh no. Even with the advantage, it's 8. The cheese
Make me a
and pie.
constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, it's in my veins. That's a 17.
Everyone is stood there astonished, as not only have you eaten one more pie to claim victory, you've gone back for another
At 17.
5 points. Oh no, 6 points of custard.
Oh, you're gonna blow.
Yeah, that would be me dead.
Dead by
You
cheese
take this
pie.
extra pie, you start shoveling it. Handful. A handful. You smell the aroma, you smell the cheese, your eyes close as you start to swallow bit by bit.
It's still
You feel it
delicious.
drip
I
down your
love it.
face.
If I'm gonna go, this is how I'm gonna go. I
And
don't
you
care.
just you take one big bite. At this point you've fucked just doing the mouth. Your hands are in there. You're just at it. And they're like, whoa, 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 that's against the rules. And then they like kind of grab your wrist, and like as they grab your wrist, you just fall backwards off the bench and then on your back on the floor, cheese, eyes glazed over, on your back,
yeah, I kind of,
unconscious, unconscious.
I do that
I'm
kind
not
of.
making. I'm not going to do death saving throws for cheese damage.
It says 2-stage fall. They grab my wrist. I flump down to like my rump. I fall to the side. I physically can't roll forwards because of my gut. So then I roll backwards off of the table, kind of rebounding off my stomach. But at that point, my tail whips across the table and clears everything.
The pie trays fly across fly into the air. There's crumbs and cream and fruits and pastry, cheese flying everywhere. There's a splatter across the crowd. There's a cheer. Oh, no, there's a cheer. There's into buckets. There's also cheers of, oh, he did it. But then there's a, oh, as he hits the ground. And Luck, you sit there watching your and Jack and Cass, sorry, Cass and Luck kind of just sit there like, we're still on duty. Shit. But Alaire, who is also meant to be keeping you to a certain level, is also on the ground, out of it.
Yeah, Luck is by her side, like, come on, get up.
To be fair, it's the way he wanted to go.
I look towards Luck and go, you get Alaire and I get Knick-Knack.
Please.
Okay.
Come on.
I get Knick-Knack. She gets Alaire and I go back for Nazoom.
Come on, get up, my love.
You could probably.
It is at this point where we start hearing, oh no, yeah, such and such, they've been sick. Well, yeah, I'm not surprised. Look at all the buttons. No, they didn't have any pie. What? Yeah, no, they didn't eat any pie, but they've been ill, and such has been ill too. What's going on? Somebody tugs on your collar, Luck, and it's just like in your hand, Luck, and you see a short halfling lady, middle age. I don't know whether there's anything you could do about it, but there seems to be a lot of unwell people, not just here at the pie stand.
Okay.
Maybe you can look into it.
Yeah. Could you give me a second, the time that Alaire gets back to her senses? Oh dear.
What was that? And on that note, we are going to end tonight's session.
Yeah. Thank you, Luke. That was very silly.
Luke?
Yeah?
Before you leave, can I talk to you for 10 minutes?
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. I will pause the recording there. Thank you very much, DM. That was super fun. I loved it.